Hey, ain't Segway, hope you stop being. It's your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this is Military Crazy Podcast / Drink Chats. Make some noise! And right now, I would like to introduce what I'm about to introduce. And before I introduce them, I would like to say that when I hear the best labels of all times, when I hear the best crews of all times, and when I hear the best anything of all times, and these people don't involve these people that's here with us right now, it actually makes me mad. Because Duck Down has been here just as long as Bad Boy. Duck Down has been here just as long as Death Row. Duck Down, in certain instances, has outlasted Death Row and Bad Boy.
Absolutely.
But a lot of people don't just say that. A lot of people don't just give them props. Like when I just seen the emergence of Young M.A. and a lot of people didn't know that she was Duck Down affiliated. I realized that a lot of people just don't understand the genius of BuckShot, Evil Dee, and Dru Ha.
And a Joy Badass. Y'all had something to do with Joy Badass a little bit.
Well, relax. You don't say nothing. Relax. You and Charlie. I'm gotta keep y'all out.
You and Charlie?
Y'all fast forwarding my head.
Get fuck out
fast forwarding it. You gotta relax.
It's 50-50, bro.
This is an intro.
Go with your intro.
How you gonna start in the middle?
Cállate.
Come on, man. Relax.
You got pink eye. You need to relax. Somebody farted in your pillow. So
He said somebody farted in your pillow.
Yeah, you see the pink eye?
No, I didn't catch that.
I know you got pink eye a lot too. You gotta relax.
Still got pink eye.
Both of my fake partners is gotta relax. Alright? So we got the most luxurious, the label that stuck together. Y'all had problems, but y'all stuck together at the end. And tonight, we are going to big this up. We are not, and we should introduce our guests, or let our guests introduce themselves. First, we're going to start with the white man who ran a marathon.
Yes, Dru Ha up in here.
Let's make some noise for Dru Ha.
Yeah, Tech, Smif-n-Wessun.
Let's make some noise for Tech, Smif-n-Wessun.
Yeah, General Steele, Smif-n-Wessun.
Let's make some noise for Steele.
DJ Evil Dee,
Evil Dee.
Bernadette Price, Sean Price's wife.
Rest in peace. So being that you started as the last should be first, so I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, when you heard that Sean Price was what Duck Down, what was your first initial reaction?
I was like, wow, are you sure you want to do this?
All right, cool. I don't know if that was good or bad.
Nah, it was good, actually,
Okay.
because I've known him since I was 13.
Sean.
So Sean.
Right.
So, he would, say his little raps and be like, oh, is you still going to be around and listen?
Right.
And I'd be like, yeah, where I'm going? You the one going somewhere. You know what I mean? And he'd be like, nah, I'm going to do this. And he would rap to me. And I'd be like, you pretty good. You should, you know what I mean?
Pretty good. You look good.
And basically, it was the start of the end.
So what's the Sean Price you like more, when he was in a group or when he went solo?
When he went solo.
I ain't gonna lie, me too. Because I felt like he felt like I feel like as a fan, I felt like he was held back in a certain way. So everything he did as a solo artist was like rebellious.
Right.
It was rebellious in the most like respectful, disrespectful way.
Yeah. I agree.
You agree?
When you're in a group, there's
Shots fired.
Got a Brooklyn niggas in here. Brooklyn niggas in here.
Shots fired.
That's how it happens when Brooklyn niggas in here. Go ahead.
there's ways you carry yourself. You're carrying your team. And then when you become a solo artist, it's just like, fuck that, it's me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about, exposing anything or whatever the case is, because it's you.
Right.
So,
Queen's birthday,
in the group,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
it was
Capone.
Ruck is different from Sean Price.
Well said.
So
Wow.
deep. So deep.
I know. I ain't gonna front. I didn't ever looked at that like that.
No, I
Buck
did.
is different from
I did. I did. So now, I want to take it to the beginning of Duck Down. Dru Ha. BuckShot came to you, or you came to BuckShot? How did this conversation start?
I was working. I was an intern at a independent label, Nervous Records.
Nervous, I remember that.
And Buck.
Oh,
had
we
just,
thought Nervous owned Duck Down. I was wrong.
Nah, they definitely owned us.
Okay.
They owned us for a minute.
They did. Okay.
Black
No,
Moon came out
I'm
with
saying in the
Nervous,
way they didn't literally own us, but they had
put
us
that bread
in a
behind
situation for a minute. But yeah, Buck was a newly signed artist. Chuck Chill Out brought him to the label.
So Nervous.
To Nervous.
Okay.
And I literally was like, I was right out of college. It was a small independent label, like 3-4 people up there. And I just started doing a little bit of everything. And Buck would come up to the label every day. He would like literally come in to try to, see how he was going to advance his career up at N.O.R.E. He was putting the pressure on the label. And E and 5 would be there, but Buck was there pretty much like
Buck
a
was there
few
more
times a
than us.
week.
Yeah.
And we just developed a friendship. I was an aspiring rapper. Right, so
Wait,
What
what?
was your rap name?
Wait.
What was your rap name?
Dru Ha, you was a rapper?
not only was I a rapper,
I need a verse. I need a verse.
you're not gonna get a verse.
I mean, on my last album, I need a verse.
But look, wait.
You
Got a verse. You could go look it up on a song called You.
No, we don't need to look it up. What's your
Hold on,
name?
this
Pull it up,
is
Haz.
many moons ago.
Stepping the bed trap just
Yes.
now.
I have a song on the Black Moon album on Enter the Stage called "You the Man" with Mobb Deep, Smif-n-Wessun, and Black Moon. So you can, it's the ill
I
Caucasian.
listened to that album back and forth.
Check the invasion. All right, so look.
Yeah, right?
So look,
I never knew you were
I
saying
see kick this
Caucasian.
verse. You can kick your verse. You can kick your verse, bro.
like you said, the
I
end
feel
of
like
the
I'm
show.
not hip hop right now. I feel like I'm not hip hop right now. I heard that verse 10,000 times.
I bet you we know the verse. If you kick the verse, we know the verse.
But
Yeah,
Joe,
but look,
Joe,
to
who's
cut-
Chuck Chill Out though?
Who's Chuck Chill Out?
No, I know who's Chuck Chill Out, but
Right.
for the people that don't
Chuck
know,
Chill Out
Chuck Chill Out
was a classic DJ. Still is a classic DJ.
Yeah,
but even at
absolutely.
the time, he was an influential DJ on.
Yeah.
I think it was
He helped
107.5 and
He was on BLS.
on BLS on
Yeah, he was on
107.5.
BLS.
Let's give
And-
Chuck Chill Out a round of applause.
That's right. That's right.
He helped us out too, man.
Anyway, long short, I quickly learned my calling wasn't to be an MC. Being around professionals. Being around certain artists. We could joke around about it, but I often say like, MCing. A lot of people like to do it.
Right.
It's like baseball in a way. Like you could have a rec league, you could play little league, you could play even high school, but that doesn't mean that you should be in the pros.
Right.
And being around professional MCs, I learned quickly the difference of like what I was doing and what was being done. And it just, for me, it didn't seem the route that I was gonna go.
So you started out trying to be an MC.
I was working, I had a
And then-
job, but that was on the side.
And then, so what initially made you say, I'm gonna get down with you, Buck, to make this?
Well, I
Dug
mean,
down.
just the circumstances. Like we would just, it wasn't like it was this grand plan. It was just more we were going through the motions, and it was really when BuckShot introduced me to these two right here. It was undeniable.
Because that was your first artist?
that was the first time that we looked at it and said we could take another group and kind of do what we're doing with Black Moon a little bit. And it wasn't even official right at that point. It was more like filling in and just doing certain things.
Because Black Moon was, because essentially it seemed like Black Moon was like the new Eric B and Rakim, because it had a DJ, and then it had the artist Buck. So
Actually, it's two. Buck and 5 FT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so where's he at?
5 is chilling. He's home. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, but
So
he's chilling.
go ahead, Eve. Let's describe your story.
Oh man, listen. The Black
And the
Moon
beat
story.
miners, too.
Yeah.
Alright, well, first of all, Beat Miners started the day I was born. Cause that's my brother, Mr. Walk.
That's your brother.
That's my older brother, and I kind of got into what I'm doing, music.
Are we? No, we ain't gonna save it. You
Nah,
pop that.
pop it.
nigga.
Papa, let's all
Listen,
throw
I
up
thought we
right
had to
now.
graduate to that.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, we gotta graduate, but I don't know why. He knows we gotta graduate.
Come on,
That's
man.
these
These guys
guys.
look like they
But
drink
open
it
it.
all day, every day.
Open it. Yeah. Open it. But get Evil Dee. Let's let Evil Dee continue.
All right, so my brother, Mr. Walt, I seen him DJ.
Big.
And you know, it's like you see your big brother do something, you get jealous.
Right.
That's how I got into music, because I was jealous because he was getting all the attention, and everybody was like, yo, your brother's nice. I'm like, no, I'm nicer than him.
This is your literal
it's
big
like-
brother, though.
Yeah,
It's
my
like
big brother. He's 3 years older than me.
Right.
Yeah, and he, you know, so everything he did, I did. My brother he used to work at the Music Factory on Jamaica Ave, across from the Coliseum.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And everybody in Queens, everybody in hip hop in Queens went in that store one time or another.
Right.
And he knew everybody.
Right.
So when he started producing music, I started producing music.
Right.
I started.
But when I'm sorry to cut you off, but when was the time that you said this is real?
What music? As of making records and everything.
Yeah, like when was that moment that hit you and said this is real?
Once we actually went into the studio.
A studio before
Like, we got the
you
deal.
knew you had a hit.
Yeah,
all right,
we
okay,
got the
continue.
deal, and you know we had a deal before, and it fell through. And when we got the second deal, which was Nervous Records, and you know I still was like, yo, whatever, man. I'm still gonna hustle, sell these tapes, do these parties. And
I'm sorry, time out. The first drink you taking is Tiger Bone?
Nah, I was drinking some of this.
What is that? What is that?
Some red cut.
Because I
don't even know what this is.
would like to acknowledge.
Tiger Bone is a serious
Please
thing.
don't stop your train of thought.
No doubt,
I just
no
want to
doubt.
Am I in
see.
trouble? Am I in trouble with this?
No. But Tiger Bone is a
No, if you're gonna start with Tiger Bone, I just want to watch.
we should all just do Tiger Bone at that.
No, I'm not. But if you're gonna start with it, you're gonna start with it.
Oh, I had some of this.
He started with the road.
Oh, and Tiger
started
Bone was
with the
after
road.
that?
whoa.
Oh,
But
man.
you haven't finished your rolls because it's still in your hand.
We're gonna
Right,
make
okay.
this clear. We're gonna make this clear. She cannot drink Tiger Bone.
No.
Don't worry, I'll be raping somebody's cat because I ain't
Yeah.
got nobody.
Whoa.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So, all right.
Tiger Bone for the woman.
So I now need to understand
Okay.
No Tiger Bone.
because you guys, you worked at Nervous.
I'm interning.
He was an intern, yeah.
Buck is an artist at Nervous. You are
The artist.
the artist.
Yeah, because when Buck got signed, we all got signed. But me,
Right.
Buck, and Five.
Was it already
Right.
Black Moon? The group was
yeah,
already
we
Black
was
Moon.
already Black Moon when we went to
Okay.
Nervous.
All right.
And you know, we go up in Nervous. Drew is in there holding it down.
Right.
I didn't know
doing-
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was
But you're
trying to
not
hold
from
it down.
Brooklyn, so you don't.
No, I'm from White Plains.
Nah.
White Plains.
But you know what it was though? When we came into the label, it was a factor of we came into the label. There was
I
cats
always
in there
said you were
working.
Brooklyn. I just threw that out there just
Bushwick,
now.
Bushwick to White Plains. I said it on the end of the stage.
All right. Continue.
I explained it.
But Nervous
I
was
was
a
You know how you
Nervous
walk, you
was
know
a
how you
dance
walk into your record
dance
label
It was
and you just look around and look at everybody and you just see that one person that you know. Yo, that's
He get it.
That's my nigga right there.
Yeah, he get it.
Drew was that dude.
All right.
Like when we walked in, we gave everybody, yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? When we seen Drew, it was like, yo, what up, Drew? You good? Da-da-da-da-da. And what happened was a situation happened, and Drew actually jumped in. He sprung into action.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He went from being Drew, the dude at the label, to Drew of Duck Down without even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. Like, yo, believe it or not, I literally put my head down. I looked up, Drew and Buck are like, yeah, Duck Down.
Wow.
That's exactly how Duck Down happened to me.
Let's make some
Wait,
noise
but
for that. That sounds amazing to me. Now, Drew.
That was always the name. Duck Down was always the name.
Now, Drew, how did it happen to you? Because then I'm going straight to Smif-n-Wessun.
Yeah.
I mean that was essentially it. It was like over time they had the management, some management situations were going on. We were acting and serving in that role. We started doing a lot over when Who Got the Props came
Yeah.
out.
Who got the props?
Start making
What a
the
classic
record, start going on the
I
road.
don't doubt Evil Dee and BuckShot.
Right.
Everybody
One of the most
does
classic
that.
records.
Hold on, before y'all
5FT.
finish, let me it's 5FT, Evil Dee, and BuckShot. Everybody
I
does that.
never know what the fuck y'all was
Everybody,
saying.
no, everybody does that.
You notice I skipped
Yeah.
right over that part.
Everybody does that. Yo, it's 5FT, Evil Dee, and BuckShot.
Such a classic record,
5FT. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. I was like, who got the prop? Who got the prop? BuckShot. My bad. I'm sorry.
Alright, that's
You did
good.
bumper rap
I
right
swear to
there.
God.
Wow.
I thought that was the
Anyway,
first mumble rap.
5FT.
We're running around. Buck is at this point he's looking for new management, right? And so we're running around. We're doing a lot of things. I actually set up a whole bunch of meetings for Buck with different managers that I knew or that I was coming across, and like I wasn't even seeing myself in that role yet. I'm still young. I just didn't picture it like that. We did a few meetings, and Buck would come out, and at the end he said, "You know what?" And I give Buck all the credit because he said we could just do this ourselves, like the way we're doing it right now. Let's just keep doing it like this until, you know, we see if we need more help. And so I didn't argue with that, and you know, at that point, like I said, I was speaking on it earlier, but he introduced me to Smif-n-Wessun.
That's exactly where I was going. So,
and that's all it took.
So now
that's when it was official to me.
Let's do it ourselves.
No, so after he said let's do it ourselves, I said in my mind, well, this is at a time, right? Bad Boy and you're starting to get a little bit of No Limit. These things are starting to pop up. These labels, right?
What year we talking?
94, right? 94.
Yeah, No Limit. Oh,
maybe it was coming.
No Limit was there. No Limit
like a year into it.
They just started really.
They just started. Yep.
So I said to Buck, if we're gonna do this, then we obviously need the next group. And I think he was testing me early because he brought me a few things that were just noodles, and I told him, I was like, no, not
like artists.
Yeah, he brought a couple of things, and I was like, I don't nah.
What, you Vanilla Ice?
Yeah, he brought me. He just brought me some berserk shit, and I called him out on it, and he said, all right, I got two guys you need to meet, and he said I'm gonna bring them to an in-store in New Jersey. And the next in-store we went to, he brings Smif-n-Wessun, and I'm videotaping. You can look this up on YouTube, but I'm videotaping them take a microphone. Evil Dee puts on deep cover, and these two step up to the microphone in this. And you remember, if you got to know what an in-store is. Like these youngins won't know what an in-store is.
We're gonna explain it,
right? But it was packed, and they're ready to take their heads off in that in-store if they don't represent. And E was up above. The beat came on. It was a Black Moon in-store. It was a Black Moon in-store.
So now I gotta ask y'all, where was y'all at in life when y'all met them? Like, was this the focus to meet them, get signed, or this was just like, I'm nice, you know?
For me, I wasn't even rap. I was his security. I wasn't even.
You were his security?
Yeah, I was still security. I wasn't no rapper.
I see that right
We was fresh. We was fresh out of high school in the streets. Not even 1 foot in high school, about to get thrown out. The other foot in the streets in the hood. I'm from Bed-Stuy, he from the Ville, so it's already tension in the hood with that. But son was doing mad talent shows and winning. For me, I always wanted to be behind the boards, like an engineer, producer.
And you say you from Bed-Stuy and you from
Brownsville.
Oh, that's very killerish.
Yeah.
Very killerish places.
Right. Up the hill, down the hill.
Exactly.
And like he was doing just talent shows and shit, and he had another partner that was rocking with him, and like I said, all I was doing was just security, just keeping the niggas and the bitches away.
Right.
So after that, after we met him riding around in what was it, the Subaru, the white hatchback,
because he said y'all met in New Jersey. Is that where the actual meeting happened or no?
That wasn't the very first time.
That was the first time we met
before that. Yeah.
So, but what I'm asking is, did you know that when you met him and Buck that this was it?
Nah, like for me, I wasn't on it like that. That was his dream. That was his dream.
We used to like before we actually met Dru Ha. Like me and Buck used to spend a lot of time together on Franklin Avenue, Franklin and Union, just standing outside talking. Like Buck is a visionary,
right?
You know what I mean. So he sees the future. This guy,
right.
You know. But yeah, I was aspiring to be on, you know, and at that point it's just like, all right, these guys got the deal, so we just gonna ride with them.
Right.
You know, we was just shadowing these guys, and we was learning everything that they was doing, from the interviews, from the in-stores, the studio work, and we shadowed them. So from there, yeah, we just picked up everything, man. We knew we was next up.
Wow.
I will say this though.
Go ahead.
When we was working on, when me and Buck first started working, me Buck 5, Buck used to always go, yo, my man Steele. And I was like, yo, at the end of the day, let us do what we got to do first. Then you can bring your man Steele on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was funny because it would be Steele. I always knew that Steele and his mans.
Right.
Because Tech didn't say anything.
So you would call him Steele and his man.
That's how I used to see that.
Because Tech was mute.
Like Tech, I didn't know. No, on the real, we thought Tech didn't speak. Because Tech would be there and be like, what up? What up, Steele? What up, E? What up, Tech? Nod his head or something, you know, like. And when he started rhyming, I was like, this dude could talk.
So now you guys come together. Now, immediately, Dru, did it dawn on you that we got to form this full-fledged label, or was you more or less let's just get the production company logo on there and not really be a label, but be happy?
Honestly, we still weren't even really thinking that far ahead. Wow. I wish I could tell you it was this grand plan, but at that point it was. We brought them into Nervous, introduced them to the same place we were. It wasn't until we got the first round of, royalty statements that we were figuring maybe something wasn't matching up to the work.
Wow, because the royalty statements was bad, or they were too good?
What's every first artist royalty statement look like?
I don't remember.
And who distributed Nervous?
Nervous was independent. Independent distributed.
It was bad. We had to renegotiate that.
It was 187. You see, new edition shit. They had $1.87. The split between 7 groups. Right.
And that's when we, and now at this point we are seeing other entities pop up, and we said, you know what, let's go shop this. Right as soon as they came through the door, it wasn't long before they introduced us to Steele's brother, Sean Ruck and Strang in Louisville as the Fab Five. So it didn't take long. Now all of a sudden, it wasn't hard to tell when you have 8 MCs that rhyme the way they rhymed, and everyone had a unique style and a unique look, and came together to form like a Voltron. Like you just knew there was something special there. Even at that point, I think that's when we saw we could take this outside of Nervous and do our own thing.
But the first album was Into the Stage.
The first one was on Into the Stage. Then The Shining.
It caused so much disruption in jail. I was in jail. It caused so much disruption. Did y'all know?
I can't speak on that.
What? You can't speak
jail
on?
part.
Oh yeah. I got you. But did you know? Like, cause I always ask people when they come on this show, did you know you were making a classic?
Nah, we didn't even know what we were doing. We didn't know what. Steele and Buck was the professionals in rhyming and rapping. They knew what bars was. I didn't know what bars was. I didn't know how to put together a song. You do 8, 16, then a chorus and this and come back. I didn't know none of that shit until.
But you were nice though. As soon as you let verses
Make
out.
some noise for Dru Ha, still bigging up his artists. I love that. So now, Evil Dee, you see this empire taking off, but for some reason we heard that Evil Dee just disappeared at one point.
Yeah, he almost choked over here.
That was funny. I'm sorry. Look, I'm a real fan. And as a fan, we loved BuckShot. We loved Duck Down, but we missed you. Like we wondered where were you at. I'm talking about, this is not N.O.R.E. I'm not talking to you at N.O.R.E. This is
hip hop.
A fan is hip hop because I missed the guy with the shit. The guy like this, and I'm like, where did he go? So is there an explanation? Because I really don't know. This is
I went to go DJ. I just was DJing
around the world.
I went on my DJ tour. Mm-hmm. I had my Hot 97 show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
From 94 to 97.
That's on the Flex hooked that up, correct?
Actually, how do we
we hope.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Okay.
That's another Duck Down thing.
Oh no, big up
it all falls in the Duck Down.
Big up Duck Down. Go ahead.
And it was like, I concentrated on my DJing and beat miners. Mm-hmm. Like me, Buck, and Five was going through the whole Nervous Records thing. And like that whole thing kind of left a sour taste.
And you guys sort of blaming each other instead of looking at the bigger picture.
Well, it kind of like it wasn't like that. We just got jaded by the whole business thing like that. And plus, Buck wanted to build Duck Down. Right. You know what I'm saying? Five was locked up,
and you wanted to build.
And I just, I got on my DJ shit.
Right.
But we was running around with boot camp.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I would say at the same time they was running around. They was doing the boot camp stuff.
Right.
But
So,
you
you
look
know.
at that, E and Walk, I mean, were instrumental in those first 4 albums, from Enter the Stage to The Shining to Helter Skelter's Nocturnal to OGC's The Storm. I think
Classics.
when you look back on it in a piece of time, it's easy to say where they go, but it wasn't really like that. It was, you're talking about
Yeah.
from 93 to 97
yeah.
of that time of making records. And then to his point, to clarify, like, the Nervous situation, when we did our deal with Priority Records, which was a West Coast based label, part of what was still going on
It was
was
like the first East
Was
Coast.
Dave Weiner a part of that?
Nah, it was like Brian Turner, all the dudes you saw in the Compton movie.
Compton movie.
Yeah, 'cause every last
Yeah,
one,
we
Dave
was like
Weiner
the-
was in
we was like one of the
But Black Moon was held up.
too.
Priority, they tried a few
Yeah,
times.
we was held up in contract.
Held up in contract,
Yeah.
so we were moving forward with Duck Down, with Helter Skelter and OGC.
Yeah.
That's like a year and a half, 2 years of time in the making right there. And Black Moon and Smif-n-Wessun were they were in this legal battle with Nervous. Yeah, they were frozen for a
My
minute.
thing is, I'm not just gonna sit down like I was producing other people, already.
So it was no turmoil. It was just like you just wanted.
Nah, this is my family, and we go through little family stuff. But
Beautiful.
at the end of the day, these are the dudes I came in the door with, and I'll never front on them. And I'm loyal to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This
Let's
is
make some noise
family.
for that.
Word.
And,
God damn it.
like, and that's the whole thing. Like a lot of cats,
I didn't do it, buddy.
a lot of cats thought it was some bullshit, whatever. Nah, the whole thing is basically we was going through the bullshit of the label shit, and and also cats was building their own entities.
Yeah.
Because if it was some bullshit, trust me, it would have came out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It came
A
out.
long time ago.
But that's the whole thing. It was just family doing other things.
So now, Buck, this is Buck's idea, or this is you and Buck's idea?
Nah, it was Buck's idea, but
Now, Wu-Tang had already came out.
Wu-Tang Black Moon was ahead of Wu-Tang, because I remember Old Dirty Bastard came to a couple of shows.
When we
Boot
went
Camp came after Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
But not
after,
really,
like,
because
in the mix
right.
of everything bubbling up, we came in right in the middle.
Well, the idea was invented before Wu-Tang, you saying?
But I don't think we looked at it like a super group, even though
because
they already had that.
everybody, it was just Smif-n-Wessun, Black Moon.
Yeah. They were one
At the
conglomerate
time,
group, and y'all
Because
had
they came out with the
individuals.
Protect Your Neck
Yeah.
as a whole. We came out.
So
as
now that you say
individuals.
Smif-n-Wessun, what actually happened with that lawsuit? Smif-n-Wessun tried to sue you?
Yeah.
The gun company?
Y'all changed the name.
How the
for
fuck
that.
is a gun company who kills people sue fucking you?
Instead of making us the poster boys, they was like, we was confusing the consumer. One sells music, one
To buy
sells
CDs and sell guns?
One sells death.
Right.
Let me find out.
One sells music, the other sells death.
Basically,
Yeah.
they sent us
Cease and desist?
a stack of papers of legal term. Yes, cease and desist. They give y'all don't style. We going after the source. We going after anybody that print y'all. We going after the regular.
Yeah.
Straight blacklist.
Now, Dru Ha, as you being executive, what did you feel when Smif-n-Wessun, the gun company, is sending you emails?
It wasn't even emails back then.
Yeah.
Man.
What was it back then?
Like a straight paper contract.
Yeah, paper contract.
Oh, so are they serving you?
Certified letter.
You get served?
It's a manila envelope with a stack of other
That
legal
shit
papers
looks super
inside.
legit when you get it. You like, oh, I don't want
You
that.
thinking, we on.
Describe
You
it.
already know when you get that letter.
You getting served? So you playing
nervous-
tennis?
So look,
You play tennis?
I do play
In
tennis.
my mind.
Well, I do play
You
tennis.
do play tennis? I didn't know that.
He's in Wimbledon.
I don't play the cross. I play some tennis.
Okay. So you playing tennis, and
No.
the guy comes up.
Mind you, again, at that point it was still Nervous had put the album out, so they're looking for the label boss there.
Yeah.
So they got it. They didn't want to put the money up to fight what they knew was going to be a super long lawsuit.
Word.
We are caught in the
They
middle
bailed out on
of
us.
putting out a new album, and we don't want to get held up any further. So they decided. We all decided jointly. That's how we make decisions. Like we sat down and chopped it up, and we said we're not going to stop the music over a name. And they came up with the name and how they wanted to move forward.
And the hood was mad at Cocoa Brothers. I'm just throw that out
Oh,
there.
yeah,
I don't know if anybody ever told that to
yeah,
our face.
It was tight for them, man. They got
DJs
over
up
it.
too. We
That
was
was
fucked up. We was fucked up.
We love Smif-n-Wessun so much that when y'all switched to the Cocoa Brothers, niggas like, no.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like, who is that?
Yo, when I was playing this stuff on Hot, I just said Smif-n-Wessun. I never said Cocoa Brothers.
You never said Cocoa Brothers?
I never said it.
I ain't gonna lie.
That
in
was
my
always,
mind, I was like,
that was always something we used anyway. Because during the whole time when these guys was working on Into the Stage, we was bringing the weed through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We would bring the chocolate.
The chocolate.
So we would,
Let's make some noise for the chocolate. Big up the Sunny Floss. My nigga, I just seen him come home. But, so, y'all.
Not to cut you off, no.
Go ahead, Miss Sean Price.
Come on, please.
Miss Sean Price.
Okay,
You want some water?
Sean has a little.
You rockin' with Sneaker Beats. Your mother's a man.
Your mother's a man.
Oh man,
that's hard. It's the most disrespectful you can talk.
Just want to get a quick how you got into the industry. In high school, still was rapping, and we all wanted to be like him. Still was Smif-n-Wessun. That's the short of it. You know what I mean? I ain't got no day. The short of it is, we all went to school together. So I still was Smif-n-Wessun. He's rhyming first, and eventually we all followed suit. Here we are.
You're gonna like that. You're gonna like it. That's wonderful.
That's why his name is General Still.
So General Still.
Yeah.
So
That's beautiful.
how did General Still?
How he felt about it.
Even you were rhyming before you met BuckShot?
Actual facts, yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, now describe us the situation when you met BuckShot. Where was y'all at? I feel like y'all was in Marcy somewhere. I don't know why.
Nah, Buck is a Crown Heights cat. He pretty much.
Did you say he's a light skinned cat?
Yeah.
Crown Heights. I met him in Crown Heights. I met him through his sister Tracy. Big up Tracy.
Big up Tracy.
I went to school, night school. You know what I mean? I was in night school, Western House, Brooklyn, and I had a show at the Apollo. You know what I mean? I did a couple of variety shows. Ron Alexander.
So you telling me Brooklyn niggas met in Harlem?
Not well.
Now we would meet up in Brooklyn and shoot up the Harlem.
Yeah. The first time we actually met. Now we stay on two.
We go anywhere.
Super New York issues right here.
Nah, you already know.
We wasn't going at the Harlem like that. We got New York issues going at the Harlem.
Let's still finish. Hold on. Let's still finish. So you met him in Harlem at the Apollo?
No, I had a show at the Apollo.
Okay, you had a show before you knew Buck.
Before I knew Buck, I did a show at the Apollo. That was the first time we actually really, met. You know, but before then it was just I knew his sister. I was in class with her.
Right.
You know, but that was we had no building, no nothing before that. Wow. You know what I'm saying? We was on our own twist.
So he seen you at the Apollo and
he performed with us. He was with him and 5FT was dancing.
Yeah.
Buck and Five used to also dance for MOST, Most Organized Sound Trooper, which was still me and a couple other people.
Right.
That was the name before Smif-n-Wessun.
So cool already.
Yeah, we was cool.
I am learning too much right now.
It was cool already.
Oh my
but
God.
then
Hold on.
Buck and Five.
Let me get some clarification. Let me get some clarification.
Everybody was there,
Sean was a dancer too.
Hold on, let me get some clarification. Hold on. Let me get some
He used to dance too. Tell him.
But Sean used to dance. Sean used to dance to the boom, the boom, the boom.
Hell no.
Yes, he did.
What was his favorite shit? Look, that was his favorite shit. That was his favorite shit.
Love is the message.
Hold on. I'm gonna go there. Hold on, sis. We're gonna go there. Let me get some clarification. So you didn't know BuckShot.
Nah.
But you had a show at the Apollo, which is a very big thing. Like, normal people don't get shows at the Apollo.
Nah.
The common denominator between that is Buck's sister Tracy. They went to night school.
And she was dancing
I feel like Buck's sister Tracy lived in Queens for some reason.
She might live in Queens
in my
now.
mind.
She might.
Oh, in my mind.
She might. But that was the common denominator that was the link between Still and Buck. And from there,
Big up Tracy.
yeah, and from there, that's when, because then if Buck was still on his grind doing what he was doing, but it just happened, she was like, yo, my brother rap. And he dances. So at the Apollo, that's when,
Yeah, he came.
She came to the right there. Yeah.
Word up. Back in the days, we was dancing in the club.
That's
not
right.
standing on a wall looking at him.
Let's make some noise. Now one thing I noticed about Sean Price. Everybody, shh. Listen. You guys are getting loose. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. So relax. So listen, one thing I noticed about Sean Price was when he was in the group, it felt like he was held. Not I don't want to say held back, but it felt like he was contained. The minute he became Sean Price, and I remember he took on the N.O.R.E of the brokest rapper.
Oh, it was real. That shit was true.
And he said the most disrespectful bars ever while he was claiming the brokest rapper alive. I mean, I was just like, you know, I don't know if you know, that was my favorite rapper. Like,
but a lot of people thought Sean Price was still in character mode. When he changed his name, he changed his name from Ruck to his real name, Sean Price. And people still thought that was rap character mode.
Let me tell you
and
something.
when he became Sean Price, you Dru Ha, do you remember how much I said
it was let me see it, you know, people running to him, yo, tell Sean Price, you know what I mean, that Ruck is, you know what I'm saying, or tell Ruck that Sean Price and he's the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like he.
No, but did you notice that once it felt like he was liberated, like not in a way like he felt like he was held back, but it felt like he
was able to be himself.
But you know what? When you have a partner, y'all work together.
You
understand what I'm saying? You can't direct the attention at just you. You got to think about your partner.
Right.
You're a team player in that situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Team player all the way.
Right.
So when you become solo, it's all you.
No, but
you don't have
I'm
nobody
gonna
to
stop
think
you for a
about.
second, sis, because some people go solo and they don't embrace the character that he embraced. He went solo and he was the exact opposite of everything.
So that was him.
That was himself.
But
That was the real
all that
him.
funny shit and all that, that was Sean. That was not
let me tell you something. I invited Sean
if he was
to a barbecue in Left Rack,
Yeah,
right?
we seen a video.
In Left Rack, and he came through, and he said, "Oh shit, N.O.R.E, it's Ramadan. I can't do none of this."
Exactly. I wasn't supposed to. So when I saw your video, I was like, "This nigga N.O.R.E. He let motherfuckers know he's off his
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I had no idea what I was doing because when he said that, he had a Gatorade in his hand, and I just really didn't. I was like, "This nigga's crazy."
He went off his name for it.
His type of funny is just. It's like a natural comedian funny, but at the same time, his bare hands will slap the shit out of you. Like, it's just
salsa.
You either accept it and you rock with it, or you don't fuck with him, or he don't fuck with you.
So I'm so sorry to go in this dark place, but I just have to, being that we're here. So how hard was it? Because the hip hop community sat back and we heard that Sean passed away, and me personally, I was fucked up because me and Sean been great forever, but we were getting closer and closer and closer, and it was getting closer to the point where I just would call him and be like, "You're a foul nigga." He'd be like, "For what? What did I do?" I just hang up. Because I just liked him to be curious, and he was one of the. I remember I told Buster about Sean Price. And he was like, "Rock?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "You sure he's that ill?" And I said, "You never listen to his lyrics." I said, "You never actually."
They don't listen.
And Bus called me and was like, "I think I gotta sign this guy.
Yeah.
I think I gotta sign." And the week after, he passed away. And Bus kept hitting me. And I didn't answer Bus calls for that week. Not because I don't respect Bus, because I absolutely do. But it was just like, I just wanted to deal with the mourning as opposed to what was going on. And then afterwards, I'm going to be honest, sis. Everybody seen how great Sean was after.
Well, let me tell you something.
Well, hold on. 1 second, sis. 1 second.
how many times did I was trying to call you? I was like, yo, tell Sean to come fuck with me, right?
Yeah.
Because I really knew how special this kid was. I didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
I didn't know what to do with it. I know what to do with it now, but it's so many years later.
But a lot of people, a lot of people did.
Yes, I got you, sis. I'm so sorry.
I'm just gonna. A lot of people did. You have to understand. He had put out 3 solo albums, and those shits for an artist to reinvent himself. Right. That's a very difficult thing to do, especially for what you call an old school artist or whatever the phrase is for an artist from. He recreated himself where he was touring, where he was selling albums, where he was making a good ass living,
snuffing people on stage
himself.
too.
Yeah.
He jumped on stage, saw snuffing.
Sean was in a good
damn, you
space.
snuffing your fans.
You know what?
Real
You said
real nigga snuffing his fans. I said that. And then they kept doing it, and they wanted to get snuffed.
Give me a sign, bomb.
They love when he block them, and they love when he punch them. You know what I mean?
Nah, there was a lot of labels at that time and point that were recognizing what was going on. I saw Buster one day in front of Transit on Broadway. I remember he pulled me in.
Transit, that's the sneaker store?
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw him outside Transit. You know how Buster grabbed him, pulled you into yo, and this is probably like a year before, or a year maybe 2 before he passed, and he was like, I want to work with Sean. I'm like, yo, all right, well we already moving, but everything would always come back to Sean. But one thing with Sean is, and he had the choice. He never switched teams.
Nah,
like
he
Sean,
said that though.
No matter how great he did, he never switched teams.
Right.
So now you sis, you seen him in a group, and then you seen him as a solo artist.
Right.
Where did you think his space was more comfortable at? As
a solo artist.
When he became Sean Price?
Yes.
Okay, explain.
He was able,
because he wasn't funny at all as a group.
No.
Like I never laughed at Rock and Rock at all.
Now they was scary. They was
like, but then now Sean Price comes. I'm like, that is the Brooklyn N.O.R.E.
Yeah.
That's how I want it. I always looked at myself like Vince Marquis with a gun.
I can see that.
That's always how I looked at myself. And I said, damn, this nigga done turned into Vince Marquis with 2 guns.
Yo, he's stupid, yo.
Yo, I swear to God. Like if you listen to him,
Sean is what you call it.
I'm happy.
Sean is like
Marquis with a gun.
Vince Marquis with a gun. But Sean was like Vince Marquis.
That makes actually a lot of sense.
That's how I always looked at myself because
definitely.
Picking boogers made me laugh. And that was the
police is here.
Richard Pryor.
That sound like the police now.
It did sound like a police.
Richard Pryor.
Oh shit! I thought it was
I'm not like the police, man. Relax. So, but that's how I always looked at Sean because Biz Markie was my idol, and everybody hated Biz. Not hated. They just didn't. I mean, from my era, they didn't take. No, I'm saying. I'm just saying. My people didn't take Biz as serious as Kane, as Rakim or whatever. But Biz made me laugh, and I always wanted to be entertained and laugh at the same time.
At the same time, that's what Sean did.
When Biz came, it was like, oh, that was the ultimate shit. And then. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I took on that anarchy. What is that? I don't know that word. I'm sorry. I was a resource. Monica. Thank you. There you go. This is my smart. I said she used his homework.
Anarchy.
So I took on that and then I left it alone. And I left it alone and I tried to make club records and party records and all that. And Sean reminded me that you fucked up.
I remember that.
He's like, I'm beating this lane up.
That's Sean.
And he did that. So do you think, because me personally, and this is some fucked up shit to say, but I'm gonna keep it real.
Keep it real.
I developed this perfect personality when I gained weight.
Okay.
After I gained weight, I was 360 pounds. I didn't want people to look at my stomach.
So you became.
So I became funny.
Concentrate on your personality.
Concentrate. Pause.
Look at me right here.
Concentrate on my mouth. Concentrate on my mouth.
That's how you do it.
Concentrate on what I'm saying. Concentrate on everything else but me. But Sean never got big as me. So how did Sean, in your opinion, develop that personality?
I would say, the struggle takes you there. The ups, the downs. You got personal problems. You got real problems. You understand what I'm saying? Right. As artists, and I say this a lot, we have to deal with the world, what the fans want, how people gonna look at us, how they perceive us. At the same time, you dealing with personal issues from your family. You want to help everybody. You want to make everybody happy. And all that shit just builds up. You try to direct your attention elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Like, he lost his mom's, and then he had to get out there and do a show. You know what I'm saying? His mom, she didn't raise him, but
and the
he
beautiful
loved his
daughter.
mom.
What's the daughter name?
Sean Price.
Sean
That's
Price.
her name.
I'm not gonna lie. I see her when she got on stage. It's so beautiful. Let's make some noise for little Sean Price. I don't know if y'all understand. I don't know if y'all know what we do here at this show, but I'm gonna reiterate.
I introduced Sean Price to the stage.
Yes, he did.
Go ahead, talk about it. Go ahead. Talk about it, Ted.
How old was she?
She was.
He was in the carriage.
Well,
She
what?
was walking, yeah.
Hey, Ted, did you bring out the Queensbridge, right?
Yeah. And he bought an out in Prospect Park.
At Prospect Park, that was what was that show called? That was with us, Ray.
One of them summer stages.
One of them summer stage joints.
And he bought Sean Price out for the first time. From there, she was
now
not
she do
scared.
photography. Now she do verses. She model.
She's in.
Everything.
I seen when you brought out.
You can't stop it with her now.
She's her dad.
Drew, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And this has to do with Sean Price. And this might be kind of wrong in a sense. And I'm going to tell you why. This is one of the most depressing times I had in hip hop. I went to Shady Records. I don't remember the year exactly. And I went to visit Riggs Morales. And you walked in. And you was pitching Sean to them. He was like, yo, and you was giving the illest pitch to them. And I remember Riggs just like not being sure of what you were saying. And I'm like, because I already know. I know what he meant to the movement. So I'm like, why would you question this? So I walked away from that office like disheartened of hip hop. Like, why the fuck would they not understand this is a legend already? Why would you not pick this up? And then you had to pitch it.
I mean, I probably went up there for Paul because we were already cool. First of all, we have
Rosenberg?
we have history with M, right? That goes back to a whole other story that we at one time.
Do you remember that day?
I do remember that day. You also have to remember at a certain point, right, that we're talking about, like, there's a lot of comedy to it, but there, like, to Bern's point, there was a lot of struggle also. Around 98, 99, we lost that glorious production deal at Priority Records. Smif-n-Wessun signed to Raucous, right? But me and Buck was sitting back going, we got to regroup and we got to find new funding. We went back to my apartment. Like, we went from offices in a penthouse with copy machines and all types of crazy shit to the copy machine being in my kitchen. So at the same time, we're looking out, we have artists that are active and we're saying we gotta do something for them as well. And we started making deals that killed us. Like, we were dismantling the roster. Like, literally at Smif-n-Wessun was signed to Raucous Records.
But at the same time, that I think that was like something that hurt us in the beginning when he didn't branch out.
Because
earlier.
you saying that signing to Raucous hurt?
It hurt us because we couldn't provide the home anymore. We couldn't provide the contract.
It wasn't just us no more.
Right.
It was an outside entity.
It was an outside entity. We made a new deal. We signed a group. Like, everybody said, all right.
Because in priority, y'all had
Right, it was our deal. So Sean was also without a deal. And so at this time, like, Rock, the partner in Helter Skelter, Rock, he had a deal.
Interscope, right?
With Priority, they kept him through that deal. So they were allowed to keep one
deal.
Right, they were but it was through that contract. But they were allowed to keep one artist from our roster, and that's what they chose. They chose it.
That's what they chose.
They chose. They were in our contract. They were allowed to keep one act, and they chose Rock. And that, I think, that put a huge chip on Sean's shoulder.
Yeah, it put us in.
You know.
Yeah.
And so we went back to
definite.
we went back to putting out.
Advise you.
we went back to putting out 12-inch singles. And at that time, there were a lot of different labels were called. Steve Rifkin called, Paul called. So we were taking a couple of these exploratory meetings. Like I thought that might be a good fit for him. Like if he did a deal with M, with Shady, something crazy would have happened.
I swear,
but I don't know how hard I would. Like I don't know.
I walked away from that so disheartened from hip hop. I was like, how could this not work?
But I never felt.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I never
how could
felt
this
like
not
that.
make sense? Like, why do you have to pitch that?
Nah, but I never.
It's a no-brainer.
I never felt like that. That's why that's that independent spirit.
Bizarre was Sean Price.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, I didn't leave that meeting feeling anyway.
I'm new in the game at that point, so I'm leaving like I'm fucked up in the game.
Plus, Riggs
if the legend can't get it already, to me, he's already
so you know
what I'm saying? I'm like, oh,
Are you about to take a drink?
Another one.
After this conversation,
Are y'all sponsored by Bel Air?
Oh, you a Bel Air sponsor?
No.
Not yet? No. We got the hookup there.
Moet
hookup. Is it already done?
No, give us the Moet hookup.
Yeah, we gonna talk about the Bel Air hookup next.
I got by the way in.
There you go.
Chichi, get the ear.
Nah, I'm good. I'm just tasting right over here.
But look.
So hold on.
Bizarre was Sean Price.
So this is where I want to go. Bucktown. Home of the original Camp Clik. Bucktown. Do y'all know how many people
Just
y'all
don't
got
blow
shot?
that shit right there, man. Get that shit off the table.
Do you know how many people y'all got shot when y'all made Bucktown?
I mean, I think that was in.
They got a lot of niggas shot.
That was in our mind, like in the forefront.
I think niggas here right now shot niggas because of that. And we from Queens. And we just shooting niggas. Bob, fuck you. Fuck you. We from the original gun class.
Yo, still, you fucking that tiger.
I'm gonna take a shot.
Something to know about me, Joe Rogan.
Still, like I ain't in front.
They did a show. Y'all did a show in Miami. Actually, it was Black
I'm not gonna actually rock alone.
Wait, you gonna take a shot?
Yeah, I'm a rock
Most of the shop in the air was like,
I'm a tiger drink.
Hold on.
I can't let still go
Let
by
EFN talk,
himself.
because we can't hear everybody. Hold on. Say what you say.
as long as Hazardous Sound hits me, we're good.
Yeah, but we didn't hear you, so I want to help
I
you.
said no. They did a show. It was actually Black Moon.
How much you be?
And they did the joint. Actually, it was actually they did Who Got the Props.
Don't say that.
They said
Put up, what up?
Yo, that,
and then the shots went out.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you're gonna interrupt when you stop interrupting.
Did you see the shot?
What's wrong with you, my friend?
This is not a shot.
This guy's the worst.
Yeah, this ain't a shot, but
This is not a shot. This is a drink.
Tiger Bomb. Put on your body.
This is a drink.
This guy Chichi get the hell.
We still.
That hurt my ear.
That's light. That's light.
Tossing that shit over his balcony.
That's light.
Oh, we doing Tiger Bomb? Yo, give me a shot of Tiger
Here
Bomb.
we go.
Let me get a shot of Tiger Bomb, my brother.
Shot too. Russ.
All right, so do the table. Shots for everybody except for Burn.
Let's go, Tiger
So
Bomb.
I said for me, goddamn.
So listen, hold on. Everybody, y'all getting loose. Russ, relax.
Russ, you're
Listen,
Tiger.
I don't know if y'all understand what we do here at Drink Champs.
Drinky Champs.
What we do at Drink Champs is we support our legends. And I don't know why Capone has any more shots of anything.
I'm good.
This just smells like
Relax.
Bing Bong.
Because Capone gonna sleep on a terrace.
C&E.
And he rich too.
Don't go to sleep on your hood. What do you call?
I see the last war report check coming in.
yeah.
It's very good.
So he's good.
Yeah, good deal.
And his Supreme check too. I see that. It's very
It's horrible.
Can't wait
Very
for you. You already?
He is by far, he's nowhere near from her. But he's still like the foulest guy in the world. But that's my brother. And you know what? We celebrate your birthday tonight.
That's right.
Happy birthday.
Oh, we all gotta take
Happy birthday to my brother Cayenne, Capone, Holly. Victor, N.O.R.E, Santiago represents for you. I love you since I met you. And we stayed together and we're going to be together. And I want you to keep doing what you got to do because you got to do what you got to do. And you got to stop wearing rabbits, but that's okay. I love you.
Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss.
I gave him a kiss.
rabbits since you killed the motherfucker.
Chichi get the air, yo. I don't even know how to drink this.
If I don't make it home, y'all know what happened.
No problem.
You drinking?
So now let me ask y'all something as a collective. to me, y'all changed the face of hip hop because y'all was the first people. Like Wu-Tang came after y'all. Even Master P came after y'all and said they want to contain their music and keep it together. But
same label, priority.
In my opinion, y'all was the first people to do it. Y'all was the first people to say, "I'm gonna maintain and stick together and do what it do." Now, was that an attitude that all of y'all developed, or that was just you and Buck?
I think that was everybody. That's why after one group, we always went back and got the next group. Buck got on, he came back, got Smif-n-Wessun. Smif-n-Wessun got on, we went back and got Helter Skelter. Helter Skelter got on, they came back and they got OGC. That's why it was the Great Eight. That's why they was the Fab Five. It was OGC and Helter Skelter.
Right. That was we was used to being around each other. Like we didn't have the support of like we didn't have the OGs in the industry giving us jewels. So everything we did, we learned. It was like on the job training. Like Buck is extremely smart dude.
We on the job training. We don't know nothing about media. Yo, we on the job training.
Doing good.
We learned everything. We learned. We was doing internet. We was like, yo, we had to come up to priority to get on the internet and talk to the fans. Nobody wanted to do that. Right. You know what I mean? Now everybody is on the phone, like tweeting and texting every 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we learned from each other, so we was used to that. And when we wasn't on the road, we was at home. You know what I mean? We was trying to find the best weed spots in Brooklyn and Harlem and the dog. You know what I mean?
I was in Halsey Gates. It was
Halsey Gates too.
We tore
Halsey and Lewis.
For what?
Halsey and Lewis.
Downstairs.
Hancock and Wilson.
Hancock and Wilson.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I see you every week spot in New York. Be honest.
Queens niggas went to Brooklyn for the best weed.
Right.
That's when y'all was going on Lewis Avenue.
Yeah. Halsey and Lewis. Halsey and Lewis.
When I was on Hot 97, that's how I caught a lot of Queens dudes. I'd be like, yo, come around the corner to my house and do a drop.
It was at least 2 times a week I would bump into you and Ray at Body Bag at home.
Let me tell you something. This nigga, I see this nigga every week spot in New York City. This nigga, like, and we just look at each other like, what you doing here? What you doing here? Just like, damn, alright, I'm gonna see you another time. Because we both there for the same reason. But I just want to continue bigging up Duck Down because it was something that really bothered me the other day. I believe the guy that was here earlier, I think he tweeted me and said, "When is?"
You gonna blame this guy right here?
No. He was
James?
here. The guy. He said, when you, the man, you know the guy, the guy.
The other white guy.
The other white guy. The guy.
Dru Ha's not white.
The extra white guy. The guy. I think it was him who tweeted me. And they said, when are you going to have Duck Down on? And you know what I said? Are we ready to get BuckShot? I think it was time for BuckShot.
Oh, can we call him, please?
Where's the guy?
I said,
he's gonna call.
I said, the guy.
I not only wanted to get Duck Down,
I'm gonna text him right now.
but I wanted all of y'all.
Can I tell you some real shit?
I wanted, hold on, Paul. I'll pass you the mic.
I'm gonna relax.
Thank you.
Relax.
I wanted all of y'all together. And not only did I want all of y'all together, because I get mad when people mention the greatest labels of all time, and people mention the greatest independent people of all time, and then they don't mention y'all. Like, I personally get mad at that.
I appreciate that.
Because it's like, I survived it. I lived it. I seen it.
Yeah.
And they're still here. How can you fucking not include them?
But I mean, we came from a place that raised us as warriors, man. Like, you know, going through all the label drama and, you know, losing people, casualties of war.
Is a bottle of Ciroc open over
contracts and stuff. Like, I guess we develop hard skin, man, and it's like we always been underdogs, and we never looked for anything. We always did it ourselves. Like it started as Duck Down Management, and it went to Duck Down Records. When we was down, like any other team, when we was down, Fab Five was up. You know, when we got back up, we got back with the Fab Five. So it was just us through the whole thing, and we never looked for anything, man. I think Dru and And Buck was geniuses in the sense that they got it after a while and said,
So
man,
tell
we
us this.
actually can do this ourselves.
Once y'all got popping, was there other labels that came into play and said, fuck Duck Down, come with us?
Of course.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because Dru needs to feel good.
I don't know about it. Let's talk about it.
Are you the left?
I'm the black sheep of this shit, man.
We was all like I said, man. We was already groomed, man. Like we was not. It was you couldn't
That's
take
the
us
beautiful
from.
thing I
You
love
couldn't
about
take us
y'all.
from our team.
I know I make jokes because even Sean Price made jokes. Sean Price said, I would have left, but nobody even offered me a deal.
He told me he would take me with him though. He said he always would fuck with me.
Yes, he always said he was gonna take
you know, if
Dru
I get
with
that
him.
big check, you
Look,
gotta
let me
still
tell
come
you
negotiate
That's why
that
he
deal.
deal
I'm
with
like, whatever
people.
you
If they
wanna
want to
do.
deal with him,
Right.
he wasn't dealing
Nah, I
with
did hear
Yo,
that.
you know what's the realest shit for me? When I did my bid, right? It was not a lot of people I could count on. But I was getting fan mail. I was getting bags of fan mail. I was getting a lot of fucking fan mail. But I got one letter that I was like, I looked at it, I was like, nah, this can't be real. It was from fucking Rock. And I looked at that shit, said, damn. And he spoke on behalf of all y'all niggas. Like, yo, I'm speaking on behalf of Duck Down. Like, yo, my nigga, we riding for you. And I came home and I fucked with you separate. I fucked with you separate. I spoke to you separate.
Yeah.
That was the realest shit. Yo,
Word up.
it was not, I didn't get no mail from No Limit. I didn't get no mail from Death Row. I didn't get no mail from fucking, I got mail from y'all niggas, man.
Let's make some noise for Duck Down, goddammit.
For me to come home and make millions and to get mail from millionaires was the realest shit of my life, B.
Now we know the benefit of that, man. That's where we came from. We was raised in the hood.
Nobody
Like, we
ever know
brought
y'all
it.
niggas gave me love in jail. Like,
That's how we hooked up with Pop.
that shit was real.
It's like
And that's real, because y'all was fucking with Pop before anybody.
That's what it is? The baby bottle?
The baby powder. I need to. They don't got baby powder. They don't got baby powder in Miami, man. Like, you know, I go to the fake Muslim oil niggas. They don't got. They got Egyptian and shit like that. Like, relax. You gotta get the fake Fahrenheit. You gotta have the fake cologne or everything.
Why everybody not gonna do it like the police?
I don't know. Bizzle, that's Bizzle. Bizzle started that. Once Bizzle started that is Select in here. God damn it. Duck Down is in here like a motherfucker. Yo, but how is that? Because it feels like, all right, nah, you know what? Fuck all that other shit. What I like, Young M.A.
Right.
We gotta make, you know what? We gotta make this the distinction clear, right? Because we're going through a couple of decades of what we've done.
Yes.
And so along the way, we evolved and we understood that we have to make the distinction too between between Boot Camp Clik and Duck Down, right?
Yes.
Boot Camp Clik is a super group comprised of all the artists that we're talking to right now, but then Duck Down as a label still would go on, and we distributed a lot of records for some artists that you may not even think that we were the distribution company for. We put out records from KRS-One, we put out records from Be Real, from Pharoah Monch, from Black Rob. We've done 4 records with Static Selector, with Ninth Wonder, with Pete Rock.
Shit,
I mean,
It's like them checks, guys.
we evolved into a label, a consulting company, and a distribution company because we had to. We had to move with the times. It wasn't just gonna be about what it was. But see, I'm gonna be this real careful because you're gonna get me in trouble. You see the videos. You see the videos. Young M.A. runs through a partnership that we have where we handle her distribution and marketing. But
Right
she's
now?
got right now. But she has her own entity, and we're very careful and respectful of how we present it because she's not technically on Duck Down.
But you still get a check from her, though.
What is
Well,
Brooklyn?
we work for her. We work for her. We putting in that work
what
for
the
her.
people want to know. That's all.
Hey, Jack, say that again. You asked what the people want.
Look, if you ever asked, she just went 3 times platinum on.
Yes.
Let's make some noise for that.
Duck Down and throw up
Yo,
platinum
so
party.
can I ask you a question?
You trying to
Are
say
you
Duck
the
Down? You trying to
original
get?
asking, man.
You know, Jason's gonna hear this shit and be like, "What you
So
call it?"
what?
So anyway,
Kind of dug down.
We do that through a subsidiary company called 3D, and that's our distribution company.
So now explain that to upcoming artists who would like to be down.
Right.
With this company.
We meet a lot of what you're doing for these new artists, because people don't understand that new artists have old school people behind them, and I don't mean to say old school.
You put a good team. You put a good team together. Getting up on iTunes is not going to do it for you. A lot of people can go to TuneCore or whatever and think their records up on iTunes, and they're good. You still need a good network of people, experienced people that can go and talk to these people and get you positioning and get you marketing things and brands and different deals and put your strategy together. So that became our role with MA, and we have incredible success with her, and big up to her. She's doing her thing. Like, we're incredibly proud.
She's fully independent.
She's fully independent. We handle her distribution and her marketing.
So what did you do? What did you do? Because I spoke to a couple of radio people. And a couple of radio people told me
you doing your homework.
Yeah, a couple of radio people told me that you called them and said, "Well, how do I move this record along?"
Right. So we dropped the record. She got the views. Everything was starting to move.
But
Flex
New York radio wasn't playing. Only
Flex went on it early.
Flex,
and we had brought her around.
I spoke to Flex. I'm sorry, I said
we made many rounds with MA for
Let's
bring your people.
Way before she dropped, she had several videos. Static can tell you. We brought her to Static's house. We were making our rounds, introducing her to DJs, bringing her everywhere she had to go. And when she caught the record, Flex had already seen it. He went in on the record. He believed in it, and he started to go on it. And literally from Flex supporting it spread to the other DJs. And a good record's a good record, man. It's not. I wish we could take more credit for it, and a lot of times even some of our artists around us going, "Yo, what did you do? Who'd you pay? Nah, like, good music sells itself. It really does.
When you're a new artist. If you're a legend, you can have a great record and it won't happen.
There you go.
You're right.
And you gotta pay attention to the times right now. Now people
because
she's shock value.
I'm sorry to cut you off because I want you to continue your shit. But when you're a legend, you have a great record and they'll just be looked over. But if you have the new artist hype, and I believe she had the new artist hype. I'm not saying.
But she created that hype, though.
Yeah, she created it.
Right. She had records before
dope as hell.
Right.
It was dope as hell.
She's dope.
She did a thing with it.
Right.
She definitely.
Yo, what's going on? Static. You always come here and change this shit, Static.
Started making this shit to a club.
Relax, Static.
I mean, but that's how it happened, right? Like, like generically, I'm about to call him right now. But generically, like,
who you calling?
We BuckShot.
Yeah, call BuckShot.
We coming from a place where we like our art like was
BuckShot baby moms from my hood.
What does it say? No, that's facts. But we brought life to music. Like, we wasn't imitating life. We brought the real life to the beats. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
what the fuck? Lil Guys, you about to get kicked out, but you keep throw it out there.
Our biggest fans was dudes from Brownsville, dudes from Bed-Stuy, dudes that knew the story. So it was. Now I'm from Brownsville. Buck is from Crown Heights.
Me and Sean Peters from Brownsville.
Not East.
How you thought of the Brownsville?
White Plains.
Bushwick.
I used to be in Flatbush on the
Capone used to be straight Jamaican.
Queens.
No.
He had the Jamaican belt and all that.
Shut up, man.
We in the 90s. East Flatbush.
Because I used to get on Southern Rutland. You know, you get on Southern Rutland.
That's where they at.
Rutland is Flatbush. And Sutter is Brownsville.
He had the Jamaican belt with Wilder clocks.
Right.
With clocks on.
We was there.
Listen, you can't adapt to this right here. This is where she used to go to
Tiger Bomb is
Somers.
making me sweat.
Who know about Bessie Head? You know what I mean?
That's what we were forming.
We throw free shows in there.
That's my crib.
I'm a Queens Brooklyn nigga.
Every summer we
You be forgetting about Bessie Head, Somers, and all that. Come on.
Tell you something. That's where we at right now.
Big up to my man Suave from the South Side. South Side of Queens.
Okay. So
on East 95th.
I'm calling BuckShot.
calling BuckShot. Hold on.
I'm see if I can get Buck on the line.
Like, you can't tell me
You
nothing.
have to bring Buck back. He gonna hold down the whole
Everybody gotta be
episode.
quiet. You got BuckShot.
Thug.
They can put it to the mic, sir.
Yo, Thug.
In the front of the mic.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You on live, baby.
With the Drink Champs. Make some noise for BuckShot. Yo, BuckShot, can you hear me, BuckShot?
Yo.
Can you hear me, BuckShot?
Hold on.
Yeah, this is your boy N.O.R.E.
I'm gonna lie with N.O.R.E. and Epic finally, man.
That's right, EFN. That's what's going on, my brother. How you doing, my brother?
I've been good, man. I'm good, man. I'm back in effect. I'm just over here recovering it, but I'm good though.
So we heard.
Trying to maintain, keep everything in order, you know.
We heard that you're fighting a certain thing. That's the reason why you couldn't come out tonight. Do you want to share with the people, or you don't have to if you don't want to?
I mean, it's a physical condition. You know, a lot of people know that the whole. They've been seeing me stand up for like the medical marijuana stuff, and then like recently people thought that was a joke, and then because I started doing like a lot of research into that because of I heard that it helps with epilepsy.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? That's something that I was diagnosed with early 2000s, and and it's not, it's a real situation. There's millions of people out there that has the same situation that I know that they could benefit from a voice like me. You know what I'm saying? Educating people on at least ways to maintain and also down women in situations where they may not have them. Because it's an ill situation, man. Not only this, but a lot of other physical conditions that people suffer from. It becomes mental after a while when you see others, I guess, quote unquote, live a normal, what you call normal regimen. But sometimes you don't know what every individual themselves is dealing with behind closed doors. So sometimes, an extra voice on the side to tell you, yo, everything's going to be cool. Everybody's dealing with something. But no matter what it is, keep pushing forward, hold your head, maintain your health, don't stress, stay on your regimen, things of that nature, study yourself, make sure because ain't nobody gonna do it like you for you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, you always gotta be the one to stay on top of yourself. Like, the entertainment industry is a real stressful industry, and I know every artist who's been in this game know it. You know what I'm saying? There's times when I've been on the road and I was like, man, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Right.
But the love of getting on stage, it replaces it all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that combination right there together can become, a rush for some people and a heavy load for others.
So let me ask you something. Before we get up out of here. Describe what epilepsy. What is it? Epilepsy?
Yeah, epilepsy.
So describe what that is. Like, what does it do to you? It makes you feel weak.
Epilepsy is it's a neurological disorder. Basically, everything that we do in our body and our daily functions, that shit comes from our brain. You know what I'm saying? Nerves fire. And sometimes the average person is, just say you're not that active. People with epilepsy, their nerves is firing extra. So it's like a motherfucker that's just traveling on extra speed. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And with that being the case, sometimes when the body stresses out, when it takes on too much, you lock up. You do what they call a seizure, or you lock up, or people have different forms of it. Some people look, some people stare, some people may just lock all the way up. Some people just some people mumble. It's thousands of different forms of it out there, but basically it all stems from the same hyperactive of nerve cells in the brain. So there's foundations out there. A lot of people. I'm pretty sure y'all probably seen them and probably walked right by them because people didn't know what that disorder was or how relevant it was or whatever. But it doesn't show you that when you donate 5, 10 cents, 10, 20 cents, $1, whatever, that shit goes a long way, man, because I started doing a lot of research in the foundation to that, and it helped. You know what I'm saying? It helps.
Wow. Well, Buck, yo, I don't know if you know what's going on right now. Right now, we saluting the whole Duck Down legacy right now. We here with Dru Ha. We here with Miss Sean Price. We here with
Evil Dee. Tell me give me where you could donate at.
We here with Tech and Still. And then Capone wants you to...
I'm gonna tell you an incident you forgot about.
Okay,
right?
tell me.
There was a time when me and you was in the studio.
Okay.
This was a while ago.
Okay.
And we was smoking blacks, I think, at the time. Me and my dudes. And you was like, I think you was like, this was the first time, like, you was smoking. I think it was sticky. It was some.
But you said blacks, right? You didn't say cracks. Like, yeah. Please.
That's from 103rd. From 3rd Avenue. Get the blacks on top.
And you fell asleep.
And y'all niggas did something to me, Buck? Is this you did something to me while I fell asleep, Buck? Is this what's going on?
I was like, yo, the kid fell asleep.
My bad, Buck. I'm sorry, Buck.
Yo, it's all good.
But your baby mom's from my hood. Your baby mom's from my hood. You from Left Rack, a little bit.
Tell them to let you know where you can donate at, man.
You have Left Rack, nigga. Yo, Capone want to say something to you. Hold on.
Nah. This Pone. What's up, baby?
What up?
Hey, shit, yo, I just want you to let them know the people where they can donate at, you know, to epilepsy and all that.
I mean, if you get a chance to, there's something called the Epilepsy Foundation. Actually, there's two, but there's there's an Epilepsy Foundation
Google it. Google is your friend, man.
Let me get it to you right now.
Don't worry about it. We find it.
Go out in like sub-degree weather right now.
If you go to Little Tuffy Story.
Okay.
Like if you go to Tuffy Story, you go to Google Tuffy Story. It's a little young lady who she should be about 10 years old right now.
Okay.
And she changed the whole with the research and the stuff that they did for her, and all of the opportunities that they had, the resources they had, and everything that they gained for her. She's been good for like a couple of years now. So, and just. It don't even have to be this. It could just any other foundation that, because again, we're just being in a situation where you could be in the hospital, man, for a broke leg, and you see all the you just see all the misfortune and stuff like, oh, yo, you know what? Life is a precious thing, man.
Facts.
Respect it, appreciate it, love it, and live it out, man. That's why, again, man, you see, look, man, it's Duck Down for life.
Duck Down?
Duck Down for life. You see, when the man coming at you, he one of the last most easy start. That man must have crushed down so many other labels, right?
Right. That's what we getting to tonight.
Yeah,
we bigging y'all up.
Y'all the New York niggas originated fucking with Pac. Pac gave y'all the most love out of New York.
Y'all the original bad boy.
Pac gave y'all the most
The original
love.
Death Row.
Didn't Pac have a letter? Yo, hold on. Which one of y'all had the letter wrote to Pac?
All right.
Which one of y'all? Hold on.
All right, hold on. Let's finish with Buck and then we going back. We'll go there.
Come on.
Yo, Buck.
Niggas don't even know.
Home came to priority after us.
Exactly. Yo, Buck, I just want to thank you so much, my brother. We want you to get well soon. And you already know, Drink Champs, we're all about bigging up our legends, and we need you on here. And someday, once you get well, we want you back. We want you on here, and we want to say thank you so much, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, rest in peace, Sean Price.
That's right.
All right, one love, my brother. Peace. So now I hate to go to this. So I hate to, after this great call, after we have the beautiful Miss Sean Price here, after we have all this, I hate to go to this question, but I have to ask this question.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
How the fuck did y'all catch beef for Biggie Smalls?
I was waiting for that one.
I wasn't there. I was at Hot 97.
Is that your way of getting out of this one?
No, I was actually at Hot 97.
That's me too.
I was gone.
Video though? Did they make somebody like you in the video?
No. I was at Hot 97.
I was on the plane.
That was the opposite way.
Nobody wants to talk about that. N.O.R.E, you heard?
Nobody ever
wants to talk about that.
Nobody ever asked y'all that? Hold on, time out.
It ain't about niggas asking about it. That's just that was my nigga from long time. Like big from the style, I'm from the style. That was my brother. And it was just a miscommunication, a misunderstanding what happened.
Right.
And you know what I mean?
It was over get money.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It was deeper than that.
Nah, man.
It was just something that even wasn't even supposed to go down the way it went down.
Right.
It was just hotheads against hotheads, youngins against youngins, and then the way it got, niggas threw water on it and the fire was put out and that was it.
But y'all actually made a video.
Dudes had
we can't forget that.
Dudes had that chorus, that Get Money chorus. Dudes recorded that song. Dudes recorded that song. So we had that song. OGC had that song already.
Original Gun Clappers.
Original Gun Clappers, right.
Yes.
When we went to Palladium that night, we saw Biggie performing it. So it automatically the youngest was like, oh, they stole my joint. You know what I mean? So
because they had a song called "Get Money."
No, they had a song with that chorus. I could be as good as the best, which nobody owned that. That's somebody else's lyrics, really. But in that climate, you know what I mean? That climate, that Palladium climate, and then you got the label. The label was always looking for the juice, where they could find the juice at. And let's the label fed the fuel to that. And
the producers was DJ Clark Kent and Easy LP.
Yeah, LP.
Clark Kent was y'all producer and LP was Biggie's producer.
LP
Am I on point? This nigga like, damn, this nigga know everything.
You know the story. Listen, you know the story.
No, I actually don't.
No, you actually do.
I know pieces of the story.
You told us a story. So you know the fucking story. What it is.
Something to talk about.
It's not nothing to talk. It's not nothing to talk about. Yo, it's not nothing to talk about because like, chill out.
He want to hear
it's not nothing to talk about. Like I said, Big was my nigga, and these are my family, these are my niggas. I'm a bad-style nigga from birth to the death. And Big was my nigga for life. It's still Junior Mafia, I still fuck with season all of them. Welcome home, Money L, welcome home, C-Gutter, and all them niggas. So it don't have to be coming up for that shit that niggas don't know about. If you don't know about it, then it's not, you wasn't there. You don't need to know about it.
Yeah, I understand that, and I respect that to 100%. But what we do is we just
I understand. I respect what you do,
and
but certain shit and certain things when niggas don't know.
I mean, we can talk about it without disrespecting. At the end of the day, this is hip hop history.
True.
So sometimes we have to talk about things that the wound is already healed.
Yeah.
Like this is the wound right here, Tech. You see that?
I understand that, but intentions. But everybody's intentions is a good intention.
No, but the thing about it is, Biggie ain't here to clarify it.
Ain't nobody here to clarify.
I would prefer y'all clarify, even if y'all were the victims or not the victims.
Chill out.
But the thing is, we have to address this because I was in D&D when I felt the pressure. I felt the pressure where I'm like, they're like, yo, you can't go there. And like, why? They're like, because Big is on one side. I'm like, well, okay. And they're like, and then Duck Down is on the other side. I'm like, and I'm in the middle, and we're Primo. We doing our shit with Primo, and then we heard some shit. And the thing about it is, I ain't trying to deal on the negativity in case you thought, in case you think that. But the thing about it is,
already.
No, but the thing about it is, this is for the fans.
Right.
Sometimes the fans know, sometimes they don't know, sometimes they do know, and sometimes they have a fucked up.
Sometimes they don't need to know.
Yeah, but you know what?
They don't need to know.
You ain't kill Big. You ain't kill Big.
Love Big.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what they need to hear.
That's the fact.
So what they need to hear is you say that. They need to hear you say, you know what? It was a misunderstanding.
I would be riding through the hood on my motorcycle, on my motorbike, pedal bike, whatever. But even driving through the hood in my car, Big would pull up on me, yo, park and get in my car.
Right.
We would go uptown to every weed spot, shut the weed spot down for at least 2 hours. No weed being sold in a drug spot, because me, Big, Money L is up in there, or D-Rock is in there for literally an hour and change. Then come back to the block.
So are you saying, and I'm sorry, I'm going to get a little deep. So are you saying when the beef actually did happen with Big, you was in like, damn, what is this going on?
Yeah, because
so describe that moment. That's what I'm asking. Describe that moment. Because I heard, this is what I heard from the streets, that Get Money was a duck down record. Big came into the studio, he heard it, and he just like, fuck it, I'ma just do. But he did a different version of it. It wasn't y'all version, but it was the same basis. And he felt like he didn't even like talk to y'all. So and is that where the beef started from? I'm sorry. I mean, because I love Big too.
No beef, man. It wasn't no beef.
just you know the problem.
Through all that, I think what caused the escalation of the shit was the videos, because there was no communication. So when you lack communication, you lack understanding.
Yeah, did do a video where y'all was beating up like the fat man.
So when there's no communication, you have 3 parts and 3 entities saying, "Oh well, why, why son, or why, but Big, that's your man, but that's your man."
Is that when Pac? Because then Pac.
No, Pac wasn't even in the picture. Pac wasn't even in the picture.
Pac embraced y'all because I
don't think that really had nothing to do with it, because
Pac was down with y'all anyway.
Yeah, when Pac was locked up, me, Big, and Pac, we all 3 of us is Geminis, so that was our bond that we had anyway. June and May.
I'm a Gemini.
I'm a Gemini.
The foulest things in the world.
Astrology is the answer for everything.
But that was always our bond.
Astrology. What's your sign?
Continue.
But that was always our bond that we had. Pac wasn't even in the picture. Pac had nothing to do with it. The Owls had nothing to do with it. It was.
But the thing is, I just want to, and look, you know you my nigga. You know y'all my niggas. But I just want to address it for hip hop history, because at the end of the day, I'm not coming at this as N.O.R.E. I'm coming at this as a fan. Y'all guys came in the game before me.
Dig it.
And me outside looking in, that's how it looked. It looked like Big and y'all had problems. It looked like y'all did a video, but when I investigated,
it looked like we did a video.
When I investigated,
even in the middle of that, me and Big was still in the hood fucking with each other.
But that's the part that people don't know about. That's why we need you to talk about it.
C's and all of them, Nino, they all know that. They know. It's to this day, bang, C's and all of them be like, yo, Tech, that nigga Big really loved you. And it was, the feeling was mutual.
Okay,
that was my brother.
Can we address the situation? Was it, because I think you was about to explain it. Did y'all play Big, the Get Money record?
No. The record was the OGC record. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's our little brothers.
So,
you know what I mean?
They told you that Big heard this hook.
I don't know how he got to.
How did they start taking personal then?
I mean,
how did they take it personal?
They're young.
Like I said, it was a lack of communication that was there. The video was made, and nobody until that day came up when it was happening, and we got the call. I was in the same studio night you talking about.
Yeah.
Big was like, yo, call Tech to the phone.
He called
me and Big is on the phone, like, yo, Tech, what the money's out of my hands, and I'm like, yo, Big, we ain't never. Niggas was supposed to kick this as man to man, and dude's like, yeah, you right, but look where we at now. That's why shit didn't go down.
Let me say
that's
this,
why shit didn't go down the way shit could have really went down.
This is just my opinion. I could be super fucking wrong with this one, right?
Okay.
Like, you got these young kids that's on a label, right? And when you get, like, you have the backing of these these industry people. Like the industry knows if it bleeds, it leads. They want you to have drama. They think if we can show this image, it may look good for your track record. So you goddamn right that shit played a part in it. These kids wasn't going, yo, we got beef with Big, we want to set it with nobody was talking about that shit.
Talking about the OG
you know what I
shit.
mean? It's like So it's like, okay, how can we capitalize off this shit? So this is where the industry comes in and swoops down and take your babies. And next thing you know, you can't even walk up the block because you said a rap and all that. So that's where the miscommunication is at, because we should have talked to the homie. It was like none of us felt like that. You know what I mean? This is where all of the This is where all of the directors. Hold on. This is where all the directors and the producers come in and they start giving their little 2 cents. They say, well, let's bring in this guy. Let's bring in a lookalike of this guy. Let's bring in a Montel Jordan guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we not thinking, yo, we're gonna do this in the video. And when we saw the video, when we saw it going down, I don't think nobody felt comfortable with that.
I'm not gonna lie, as a Queens guy, and I'm gonna be honest, this is 100% honest.
That's the worst thing that we did in our career.
I was the biggest duck down. I was the biggest fan.
That happened.
Like I had fights for y'all in jail. Just so y'all know. Like I had fights for y'all. Like when niggas was like, yo, what? Them niggas, I'm like, what? I had fights. Like real fights. And when I see the big, like the mockery video,
it was just done.
I never understood that because, and I'm a Queens nigga, and I only fought for y'all, Nas, and Big. That's it, in jail. And I fought for all of it. And then when y'all started beefing, I was like, damn, I didn't understand.
It didn't make
what
sense.
was happening.
It was nothing to understand.
So part of the reason why I'm asking ain't even because I'm a journalist, fake.
Nah, man, yo,
it's
you know what?
I want to know
for yourself.
Because I don't know where it went wrong.
People don't know about beef.
It never makes sense when they say that.
A lack of communication.
Hold on. You live on the podcast, nigga. We got 8 million people listening. Say what's up, brother.
Yo, what up? What's good, man?
This my brother. No, excuse me.
No.
we gonna edit that. Yo, you already know I love you, my brother.
No doubt, son.
Yo, my nigga, I've been writing you since you was 8 years old in the pen. You was 8 years old. Goddamn it, I was writing you, nigga. Goddamn it. And you still got an iPhone. Goddamn it. Let's make some noise for him. Goddamn it. I love you, nigga.
They gonna toss his whole shit in there.
Oh, you got Jordans on too? Look, you showing us Jordans. You got no Jordans. You got no Jordans on too. God damn it. You was section 2, nigga.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yo, you know we love you, nigga. When you come home, you good. We gonna give you an executive job. You okay?
Stand up, man. That's all, baby. You know what I'm saying? We do our time like that, boy.
Yo, Rich. Come on. Come on, hold on. The camera's not on you. Relax. Let's get him. Yeah. Now the camera's on you. Oh, look at that. You got him?
What's good, brother?
You got him. He's home. Look, bitches. You gotta give him your pussy as soon as he come home. Just give him your pussy. Give him your pussy. Yo, that's my nigga. I grew up with him. Mr. Cool helped raise me. You know what I'm saying? It's pops. And now, home, I haven't seen Woo. Oh shit. And your wife texts you too. Get your life together. Yo, listen.
Get your life together.
Yo, listen. I'm so sorry. It got a little out of control. Out of control. But listen, the bottom line of the story is this.
Did that affect our relationship with N.O.R.E?
No. It couldn't, because MOP from the other side.
They from Brownsville.
This MOP was the nigga from the hill. I think everybody was kind of like that. You didn't want to go right with.
It was just put Brooklyn on a little tilt.
It fucked up Brooklyn.
Yeah, just put because. Why would you have a Brooklyn nigga beefing with another Brooklyn nigga?
That was one of the worst things you ever did.
Right.
Was that you or that was you?
I said that.
You said that?
Yeah.
Why do you feel like it was one of the worst things you ever did? Because you felt like you couldn't let it go?
I don't think it was I think we should have, as for me, Like I look at my little homies, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna ride with my little homies. You know what I'm saying? And you can give them but so much information.
But I'm sorry to ask in deep at that. What did your little homies tell you? What did they say?
It's their. This is their project.
Okay.
This is their thing.
And they came to you and said,
I can't.
They felt like Big heard they shit and bit it. I mean.
I would just say this. They expressed some dissatisfaction with that. This is being their first time out. You know, this is their thing. They want to come out. They want to, they want to make a little splash. So if they hear somebody performing a song that they know they just finished creating in the studio, obviously they're going to be a little bit uncomfortable about that.
Because that's exactly how I heard. I'm just saying, as an industry person.
I don't know if these guys heard the song there, but you already know D&D was a hub, man. Everybody was in.
Anybody could go in there.
You know what I mean? Everybody was in different sessions, different people's sessions.
But how I heard it was, somebody said Big walked into one of your sessions. He heard the record, and then all of a sudden, he had Easy LP, who is also my producer,
right?
And pull it up. And I almost want to say I asked Easy LP that, and he said it's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, because he was. It was at almost to a point where Niz was ducking under the controls booth. So that's how it was going down like that. But it didn't escalate to that. Because at that moment it was like, yo, let me talk to her.
So did y'all actually work out the beef before he died?
I like to think we did. Yeah, I like that last little phone call. Yeah, because it was times that, like I said, I'm from the South, so I would be right there on the block. And Big
they gotta go back to Brownsville in East New York.
I'm the only one from the South, right? So it was times when Big was out of town and me and C's, Nino, and we'd be right there, and Big called like, "Yo, take it here," and it was like, "Yo, work." Like I'm meeting the families of all these niggas, and we're
really
there,
relaxed.
I know what could happen, what's gonna happen, but I'm, you know what I mean. So it's still there where our relationship, as far as me and Big relationship, is cool, and me and my family relationship is still cool. But like I said, it felt like it fucked up Brooklyn because it was Brooklyn niggas going against other Brooklyn niggas. It was style niggas, and it was always a beef between the Ville and the style.
Is that why you
unwritten rule?
Yeah.
Is that why you got the Mike Tyson tattoo? You wanted to like bring Brooklyn together?
This is just my warrior shit. This is my warrior shit. Like, you ever seen Predator once?
That's not Tyson brother shit.
You know Tyson got
y'all got the same
shit.
You got the same like.
It's Tyson-esque.
I feel like he got it a week before you.
This sort of like maybe like a week or a month before.
Maybe like y'all said we gonna fuck the game.
The only time I ever spoke to Tyson, like I used to bump into Mike like when I was a real little nigga where he would shut down the stores on Belmont going and everybody get a V Goose bomber or leather shit.
Some rich shit.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
This was in the Ville. That was the only time I would bump into Tyson and he'd be like, y'all little niggas like.
Why you put the Tyson voice?
He was with because I always was told I had the Tyson voice. That's why I never used to touch. Just used to beat niggas on because I used to box.
I'm really trying to hold it.
That's why I was security for still.
I'm sorry, guys.
Nah, but what was we talking about?
Tyson voice.
Oh, no. Nah, but the actual first time I bumped into Tyson was when I used to train in Marcus Garvey boxing gym. Tyson and Riddick Bowe used to come through there. We had the champion Mark Breland. Sweet Pea used to come through there, and I met Tyson in this was right before, right during the time he was training in the Catskills.
So let me ask. Thank you so much. Hold on, relax. You act like it's your birthday.
I'm gonna take one of these home too, man. Put my shit to the side.
I'm acting like what?
You act like it's your birthday.
So
it is his birthday.
I know. Relax.
Go, Tiger. Go.
Anybody want any Tiger Bone shots?
Hold on.
I'm in.
We still have a Tiger Bone shot. Yo.
I'm in. I got my phone.
You got it.
I gotta get home, so I'm not taking this.
Let's go.
Shit makes you sweat, man.
It don't make you sweat.
This shit gives you new life right here.
New life.
He's still going.
Gentlemen,
Cheers to life.
to the eyes, bring it in.
No. This is Thug. This is a drink
Down
champs.
Entertainment.
No,
I gotta survive the night.
Let's go.
Legendary shit, brother. Legendary.
What's up? Tupac? That's N.O.R.E. what he doing right now.
Tupac.
Shout out to Capone.
Happy birthday.
You're absolutely correct. You need to talk Tupac, but let the Tiger Bowl set for 1 second. Hold on.
We spoke about Big.
You gotta talk about Tupac.
Relax.
Oh yeah, but bro, you took our fucking mic away.
This nigga keeps saying
Yo, you
and Charlie got relax.
No, you and no, I can't tell you. Sorry.
Please tell him.
No, you can on my side.
No, fuck him.
On the same team.
Fuck
I see that, bro. No, I know I see that, bro.
That's the Tiger. Which one?
Yo,
relax.
Yo, call the name, start your group. What do we call it?
All right, so give me this. Is what I'm saying.
The niggas that can't hang.
P.E. started a new group.
Hey, I'm just watching y'all.
You like that?
See Evil Dee, I'm just watching from the sideline.
That shit tastes like liquor.
Evil Dee is not on the mix. I'm drinking.
The niggas that came close.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Yo, N.O.R.E. Let me ask you a question.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Really going.
I was,
Because you know, listen. You're gonna forget.
Oh, shit.
It's okay.
I didn't do that. Oh, it's okay for him?
No, it's okay. I'm gonna get him. You started it.
yo, after you did that show, Hot Ones. How was you after that?
Tonight, this is
Hot ones?
No, we have to shush now.
Okay, hold on.
You gotta use.
I'm getting asked the question.
What you gotta do? What you gotta do?
What'd you ask him?
Relax.
When he was on the Hot Ones,
Nigga tell me relax
they was eating
one
them
time.
hot wings,
Yeah.
and after every wing, they was taking shots of Tiger.
What is Hot Ones?
See, the thing about it was.
Ain't no wings.
The thing about it was I watched Hot Ones for 2 years straight. So I knew exactly what it was gonna do when it was gonna do it. So I tried to bring Tiger Bone to offset it, but I was wrong.
You're absolutely
Tiger
right.
Bone was hot already.
How can you to offset hot wings?
Hot sauce.
That only made it worse.
But entiende, logo.
The highest on the Scoville was like.
Oíde.
You know, when we was in Miami, I told him I put N.O.R.E. on to Tiger Bone.
Yeah, he did tell me this.
It's a lie.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie.
You put me on the Tiger?
That's a lie.
I didn't like
He
that.
told me the entire story, and it made no sense.
Juices for Life. We was going to Juices for Life.
And you know what?
You was coming through.
You're right. Listen, I know where you're going. You're right. But the problem was I was to drink Tiger Bone from 125th in Madison.
That's what I'm saying.
Prior to that. No, not just like not just like 100, you talking about 124th in Madison.
Thank you,
but I used to drink Tiger Bone around the corner from 125th.
You talking about around the corner.
Around the corner, so I used to already drinking.
Tiger?
But when but you're right. You did tell me. You did. You're right. You did tell me you know we fuck with this, but I had already was used to it. But I never say yo tech. I've been fucking with this.
So
shit.
Bang Bone
You know what I'm saying?
different
Because you my man, and you my OG at the end of the day.
I've been discredited. Give it to me.
No, you my OG.
Around the
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
You appreciate the explanation.
I remember that
Moral of the
day.
story is-
It was
I
spring.
remember.
It
We
was
was
spring.
going in the back of the yard.
Yep.
He had the Newport piece on.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
I said, "What the fuck is this shit, yo?"
Yeah. Talk-
And you was about Trey and Change Day. Like, yo, man,
Fat as fuck.
Drink this shit, man.
Right.
What's this?
No, he's not lying. He's not lying. Not at one point has he lied. He's not lying.
Stay away
He's-
from
no,
the
he's not
So if
tiger.
he's not lying, I don't understand.
But now let's go back to
But
Sean.
I'm not lying.
Let's go back to Sean Price's wife.
Stay away from the tiger.
Nonsense.
Wait a minute.
What? Oh,
So-
wait a minute.
We're gonna go serious right now. So So Sean, other than smoking cigarettes, we don't know why is Sean. Come on. I'm sorry, sis. But I gotta
I
ask
don't know
you.
why Sean is going either, but I
Because
will
nobody
tell
can
you,
answer this question.
I will tell you that Sean suffered with sleep apnea.
And now, what is sleep apnea?
Sleep apnea is when you snore and your heart stops
Sometimes
beating.
you stop
at a
breathing.
certain- Yeah.
While you're sleeping.
sleeping.
All right, so who's gonna explain it? Because
I think all of us have sleep apnea that
All right.
live this life.
No,
But I
Pun
don't
had
think
it,
I
and I
have to
never
talk.
Well,
recognized.
I mean, maybe not everybody, but
Never
a lot of us.
Nah, should talk about it.
I talked about it back. I talked about it because, like, it was one day I was just talking to Pun, and the Pun just.
No, that's
I was
narcolepsy.
That's narcoleptic.
Oh,
Which is different.
Yeah, that's
But-
not different.
I mean,
sleep apnea is why you
does
sleep.
the same thing.
That's sleep apnea too, though.
Sleep
That's-
apnea
It's a
does the
form
same
of
thing.
it.
I believe I have sleep apnea.
I can say it because I
You have sleep
experienced
apnea.
it.
Yep.
It's when your heart stops beating for
Like you don't
30,
die from
40,
that.
Moments
60
at a
minutes.
time.
Yeah, it can kill you. There's 3 stages to
But
it.
you don't know. I'm talking about
Well,
narcolepsy.
there's different
No,
degrees
not
of it.
narcolepsy.
There's different
That's
degrees of
Sleep
it.
apnea,
That's
yes.
what I'm saying.
You
It's
don't
different.
die from
It's different.
Oxygen to the brain. That's the sleep apnea.
Basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right, bro.
You relax.
Yeah, that's Tiger Ball.
You gonna relax me? You're relaxing you.
Where you need to get some? Go ahead, take it.
This guy tells me to relax.
There's 2 shows.
Look, you got water.
It's another cup.
The signing.
All right,
the
so
signing.
sleep apnea
Fuck
is
The white drunk
what
from
it
that.
is.
Nah, no more.
No, I'm less
No more
drunk than
cups?
you.
No, you're not.
I know
No,
I
you're not.
am.
No,
I
you're not.
know I
No, you're
am.
not. Definitely not.
Count from 10 backwards.
But why not let her talk, man?
Did you go from 10 to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 to 1?
7, 6, 5, 4.
Oh, what?
Yo, you heard the patent?
Oh,
You know what the cadence.
that's okay. I'm with you, and you're with me.
Absolutely. That's what.
And Static Selector is here. Where's Static Selector at?
Right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, man. When Sean passed, N.O.R.E was the first person to call that I talked to, like right after, like immediately.
I was so hurt.
He was one of the first, man. And,
I was so hurt. Let me tell you something about. Sean Price.
I get cut off all the time. I'm used to it.
I met Sean Price. I knew who he was. I definitely did. But then he had gave me a certain amount of love, and he just kept. He had hit me, and he was like, "Nigga, I like you're funny."
Yeah.
You was slum. He was slumlord.
I'm slime, you slum. Yo, God damn it. You know our relationship.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm
Well,
slime.
I'm not saying he's slumlord. He called other motherfuckers slumlords. Slumlord has a whole new meaning, and I will explain that after the album drops.
Yeah. So he hit me, and I was just like, damn. And I love this nigga so much, but I wanted to spread it to the industry because I knew that he was suffering the same thing that I was suffering during the CNN album.
As far as what, creation, you mean?
I just felt like listen, and
Say
he's
it.
right here. I'm glad.
Say it.
I'm glad he's right here.
Say it.
I remember I had sampled something called "Don't Let It Go to Your Head."
Brand Nubian did sample the same joint.
Brand new. I had sampled it on the War Report album. That Capone came to the studio and said, "That's hard." He's like, "I'm gonna lay a verse right now." Trash came to the studio and said, "That's whack."
Oh.
And Pone said, "It's right. It's whack."
Oh, shit. He changed his mind.
Right here. I just.
Pone.
I don't know.
The
He on the
fuck,
phone.
man?
Look.
Oh,
You said
you're
trash,
horrible, bro.
Gaddafi?
Yeah, no, but
I'd rather.
he was right. Trash was
Did you
right.
hear me?
Trash. No, he was right that it didn't fit with the War Report.
Oh, yeah, because Brand Nubian joint was off
No,
the chain.
his wording was wrong.
Right. At
He
that
should have
moment.
said, "Yo,
The
look,
way he expressed it.
was
He
wrong."
could have said it don't fit what y'all doing
Right.
at the moment.
Right.
But he didn't. He just said it was whack.
Right.
And then when Pone came, Pone said, "All right, whatever Trad says," and it was like, "All right, cool. That's what led me to I gotta go solo." Once he go to jail, I knew he was going to jail anyway.
That one record?
Wow.
What's the kid?
I knew he was in jail.
No, I'm saying, look, for the record, look. Listen. No, listen. Look, we got video cameras. That one
Trying to come back.
Hey,
I want to stand in front of him.
Capone, come back. We're talking shit about you. We're talking shit about you.
No, I'm not.
No, we are.
Look, at one
But-
time,
Look.
At one time-
Good.
at one time I heard
Stop talking shit about you.
at one time I heard Trash wrote your verse for what was it? Is it T-O-N-Y? Knees bent, Indian style, hands militant.
Keep going.
Is that true?
Keep going.
Let me tell you something.
Is that true?
Relax. I got this.
No, I got this. Shut up. Relax.
Oh shit.
Relax.
Trash stole our publishing.
Let me tell you one thing.
That's how that
Hold
happened.
on. Relax.
Can we not talk about tragedy Gaddafi because I don't want to hear about it?
No. Listen.
You're cool with him, aren't you? You're obviously cool.
Tragedy.
I ain't fucking cool with him. No, I don't want to hear about it.
Absolutely not cool with him.
Well, damn,
Ain't no keeping it real.
Damn, hold on. Now, one thing about N.O.R.E. that people always got the idea, like somebody wrote this. They might have thought
It's
N.O.R.E.
not
wrote
about
my
bite
shit.
your tongue, just
But
chill
I can
It's
never
not
write.
for that.
Hold on.
I'm not
Sis,
saying nothing.
come out there, mommy.
Got out
We
there.
family.
Yeah, ass.
I don't know
Well,
what's
listen.
going on, my man.
Listen. I can't even fathom to write some shit that he write. Like I can't even begin to think about this shit.
I know what you're talking
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
y'all were like night and day,
that
yeah.
shit is not gonna happen. So for a nigga to think that I ever wrote or Trash ever wrote or he wrote some shit for me, he can't rap like me. I can't rap like him. That's what makes us special. Like in certain groups, like I'm not taking nothing away from Kiss and the Locks and just the chemistry him and Styles P got, but you could put a book down sometimes and say, I don't give a fuck who wrote it.
Dig it.
It sounds the same. Like
dig it.
it's no differential. But that don't take nothing away from Styles and Jada.
Fact.
But when me and this nigga, come on, that's not gonna happen.
Nah,
like for a nigga to think that,
But let me
they're
explain.
coming up with
You
shit.
sit down, bro. Sit down, bro.
It's not that a nigga thought that.
No.
That's the talk
No,
about
here's how that
what's
rumor
going
That's what I'm
on in
saying.
the
They're
hood.
coming
I
up
got
with
it.
shit.
I got this.
They gonna
Here's how
come
that
up
rumor
with
started.
Let me just give you a quick example.
Let me explain, and I'm gonna give you the shit. Here's how that rumor started. When this album came out, The War Report, I had no idea what publishing was. So when I signed for $5,000, the
We
same
both
way.
signed $5,000.
Relax, I got you. I'm going there.
I spent all my money on the motherfucking Averex. I backed Foxy Brown because of that. I had Foxy Brown in Queensbridge for a week behind that. Behind the Averex and the cowboy hat, nigga. Foxy Brown was missing from the firm for a week. Nas Coleman said, bring her back, man. Bring her back, man. I got AZ calling me, Megan calling me. Bring her back, man. Over $5,000, man.
We ain't TMZ, Paul. We ain't.
Do you ever, as being in a group, do your partner ever get you to that point you be like,
You family.
I can't say
You know
shit.
it's all good.
Just talk
Every day.
every day?
But listen,
That's the
Here's
part of
what
being a
happened.
partner.
That's the part about
Here's what happened. Me and this nigga had a deal already. When he had the deal,
Before War Report.
I'm in jail still. Me and him met each other in jail.
Right.
So when I came home, he said, fuck it, let's do it together. We did it together.
What are you doing?
That's for the homie that ain't here.
What's going on over there?
That was for a lot of homies.
Okay.
For my dead homies.
So what happened is this. What happened is this. I had nothing to go. I don't know, whatever. But Trash stole our publishing. He didn't tell us. that's whack.
But
Me
y'all
saying-
already knew
me saying
trash.
that trash was
Reggie
from the hood.
Me saying that trash
Ozay.
fell off.
Y'all already knew trash from the hood.
Wait.
Reggie
Our
Ozay.
lawyer
Reggie
said this was a
Ozay.
good deal. It was
Reggie
Reggie
Ozay.
Ozay.
Reggie
But
Ozay.
did y'all know trash before
Reggie,
that?
listen, Reggie Ozay did
You
the
knew
deal.
trash.
Listen, let me tell you, we got $20,000 for events.
I'm learning some stuff.
We split
here.
$20,000.
Wait. Did you know trash before?
Of course, I
Oh,
been
so
trash
you
my
knew
whole
trash.
life.
Okay.
The reason why, the reason why. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The reason why we even got in a situation was because of me. I was up north. I was getting money. My man Wonderful was trying to rap. He sucked. I'm gonna nip this in the bud. He sucked. He was one of them, fuck you, bitch ass nigga, motherfucker. I kill your mother, shoot you in your motherfucking head.
serious,
He was one of them
But he
niggas.
thought he was dope.
He thought he was dope, but he had that guapolina.
Right.
I was hustling with him. He said, yo, Pone, I'm going to the studio. I said, word? But mind you, he was in Troy, New York. So he get to the studio, so rest in peace, Jam Master J there, J.O. Felony. Everybody know
In
J.O.
Troy,
Felony.
J.O., yeah.
No, this is in New York. This is at
He used to fuck with my man,
This is
rest
the
in
same
peace, Face
studio.
from Virginia.
Listen, this is the same studio where Jam Master J got killed at.
Oh, okay.
So Jam Master J, like, trash, like, my man Wonderful, like, yo, my man, sit right here. Sit right here, fam. One second. Jam Master J, like, yo, trash, like, yo, my man Wonderful, like, yo, I fuck with Capone. So trash, like, oh, I know Cayenne. He from the hood. He busts his gun, whatever. So my man Wonderful, like, yeah, he up top with me. So he put me and Trash on the phone. I'm gonna nip this in the bud real quick. Trash calls me. Yo, what are you doing? I'm up north. I'm getting money. Well, come down. I said, all right, fuck it. I can't do it. Maybe can't. Whatever. I call a crackhead. Crackhead brings me down. I get to the studio. We all freestyle. Me, J.O. Felony, Trash. Trash like J.O. Felony. Jam Master J doing the cuts. He doing the cuts in the booth. So Trash like, I didn't even know you could rhyme. I'm like, I didn't know I could rhyme like like good enough for you to say I could rhyme. Like, I don't know. So, make a long story short, Trash like, yo, I wanna fuck with you. I'm like, I bet. He like, you gotta stop selling drugs. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. You give me something where I can stop selling drugs, and that's gonna happen. So, a few months after that, this nigga comes home.
Hold on, you said Trash says
Trash said I gotta stop selling drugs. I said, that's not gonna happen. You give me something where I can stop selling drugs. So then he don't bring nothing to the table. Then and all that process, I'ma skip a whole way. I'ma skip to me and him because in that process, you know,
we understand.
I meet Faith Newman, you know, who signed N.O.R.E, who signed the Fugees. We living with her. She got the house in Midtown with the pool in the basement and all. We doing it up. So now he comes home. Now Faith like, I got you to deal with Columbia. Just chill. It's me and my man Big L. Me and Big L at the same time. We road dogging. So I'm like, I bet. She like, I'm gonna get you and Big L tight. So me and Big L like, yo, we good.
Harlem Big L?
Harlem Big L. So now we like, yo, we about to get on, nigga. So me and Big L like, we rolling. We road dogs. We like, yo, nigga, we got it. Faith Newman got us, and we fucking with Butt Naked 10 Dog.
This after Nas blew up.
Yeah, this
after Nas blew up.
This is not fuck.
But you still locked up.
This is the A&R Tim
No,
Dog.
it just came
No,
on.
I'm about to get to the point. This is Uptown Tim Dog.
And I'm still locked up. You right.
No, you're still locked up. You didn't come home yet. You didn't come home yet.
Not at all.
No. This is Butt Naked Tim Dog.
Butt Naked Tim Dog.
This who fuck with Jodeci and Lost Boys. This who got them. They did.
That's what they said.
With Charles Suit in them. You know what I mean? So now they like, oh shit, they like my shit, right? So I do a song called Get the Cream. So it's Get the Cream, it's only right. So now they're like, we got a hit.
You gotta
My dumb ass, I let LES hear it. That fuck with Nas from my projects. He gives it to AZ. AZ makes Sugar hit.
It's only right.
I'm like, Oh, because I'm a shooter at the time. These niggas still think like he not a rapper, he's a shooter. So now we go in the studio.
You're right.
So now we going in the studio. So we gonna come up with another record. Like, so I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Make a long story short, this nigga comes home. So now I'm telling Trash, like, yo, fuck it, my man is home, but mind you, we're not on no rap shit.
Right.
We're just in the studio. He comes to my session. We're in my session, and I'm rapping. He like, yo, son, you know I get busy, right? I'm like, what? He like, I like, fuck it, let's do a record, nigga. That's my brother. That's what we supposed to do.
We never around together.
We never around together, but I skipped the point. I took him shopping.
Y'all was in the same house together,
I took him shopping, bought a mad Tommy Hilfiger shit.
Definitely don't remember that part.
You gotta stand up. This when niggas got robbed and niggas got thrown in the pool or hot
So when you was locked up when he came through the house that y'all was in together.
Yeah. So now look. I'm going back. So now, we go in the studio. So now I'm like, fuck it, let's do a song together. This was our first song, Panama Canal. My team pushed keys to Panama Canal. Busting our pistols, sipping on crystals.
Right.
That's why Jada, remember when Jada stepped to us?
I don't like that Jada has that record.
I don't even know how he got that record. I don't even know. Jada stepped to us like my team pushed keys through the. I'm like, how the fuck you even know about that record? How you even know about that record?
That Dru Ha.
So, make a long story. Dru Ha gave him the record. Nah, but look, we gonna skip over. So now Trash like, yo, y'all niggas is like brother and toast, y'all night and day. So we like, fuck it, we gonna do it together. And then from there, we signed our soul to the devil. You did what I'm saying? Trash, see what happened. And then we did Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong made us.
Thank you, Evil Dee.
We did LA for the Bad Boy mixtape. And Puff didn't want to use it. Stretch Armstrong said, we'll do it ourselves. He went to his father and got $20,000 and shot the video and put the record out himself.
That sound like Dru Ha.
And you know what? At the end of the day, no, but he didn't go to his father. But that's what made us.
Right.
And Trash, we got the deal, and Trash took all our fucking money. But we thought $5,000 was a lot.
Hold on.
And back then it was.
For 1 second.
Yeah, you gotta talk.
Evil Dee talk. Say that, Evil Dee.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yo, when LA came out, cats was mad at me. I was on Hot at the time. They was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, them niggas had to pay you under the table or something. I'm like, nah, this is a good record. This was a good record. And that's one thing I will say, like,
because you was playing it, they thought.
Yeah, because I was playing it a lot. I think the first time I got it, I played it twice on the show.
New York was being played a lot. In the
original one. On the original.
But see, the thing about it was, I took New York off.
Right.
And I started playing LA because I'm New York. And you know, one thing about me, like I represent New York. You know, I don't have nothing against nobody. But
and you didn't know us at the time.
I didn't know them. I didn't know them.
East Coast, West Coast beef.
It was just
quietly. It was East Coast, West Coast beef brewing.
It was just, you know what it was.
But they weren't really dissing us. But we didn't. We couldn't tell or didn't know, so we just responded.
I seen it as South Bronx the Bridge.
That's why.
Some hip hop shit.
Hold on.
Absolutely. That's what it was.
That's the only reason why Prodigy took his verse off.
Yeah.
If you relax, I'm not dissing nobody.
Wait, is there a version with him on?
There is a version. He said NYC, you want our verse supremacy.
I got the white label.
Advocate niggas so seem to be mega.
I think I got that.
I got word back from N.O.R.E.
I got that.
No, I got that one.
I got the white
label. That's what I was playing.
That's the one.
That's the version I was playing.
So why did he take his verse off?
I got that one.
That's the version I was playing.
I got that.
Y'all let me
so
finish?
why did he take his verse off?
Can y'all let me finish?
No. Wait for a second.
He said no, you
go now. Absolutely.
Tech flipped it.
Nah, nigga, we together. What you talking about?
No, we're kidding, man. Go.
Oh, like y'all to finish.
No, we're waiting.
Nigga talk.
Relax. Relax.
We're all great champs.
So, what happened was...
we all we got.
Right.
My bro, what you drinking? Oh,
nah, Capone can tell the
I
story.
think he was drinking.
Go ahead.
So, what happened was, after every verse that we spit, P was the only verse that actually felt like it went at LA.
Now, it was the only verse that actually went at LA. It didn't feel like it. It was. He said,
because
we some big mix down in Santa Barbara.
Can I tell the story?
JFK on our way to LA.
Right. Can I tell the story?
You can take it. You can take the story. You can go.
No, go ahead.
All right. So.
Relax.
Relax.
Relaxing going on here.
We told them.
Relax, I think.
We said we don't know if they going at us or not.
Feel me.
Let's just respond and let's just see what happens.
Niggas keep the building.
But no, this is before the buildings. Stop that, Paul. The buildings came after we dropped the record.
And they put it in the hood.
Paul, turn the mic.
Hey man.
They kicked the builders over in QB, man.
He's actually skipping over 2 weeks. He's skipping over 2 weeks of shit.
It was different.
What happened was they did it.
I'm LA too.
Actually, we lying.
Hold on.
It's a different. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hold on, what happened?
You said Smif-n-Wessun is on the new CNN album?
Of course.
Absolutely.
That's
But
a fact.
listen,
Okay.
here's what happened. When I say we lying, I mean this.
Not lions though.
No, we were lying.
We are lying.
You're lying, not rare lying.
Yeah.
Well, here's what happened. There was something called a DJ list back in the days.
Yeah.
Back in the days, you used to be on a DJ list.
Yeah.
And your album would come out 2 months in advance.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And depending on what DJ you fucked with, you would send the DJ this album 2 months prior to it coming out.
Right.
The Dog Pound dropped the album 2 months prior. I had a dude that was from my hood. His name is Chaz. I will never forget him. I love you, Chaz. From Section 2.
Dark-skinned Chaz?
Dark-
With the glasses?
With the chat?
He don't got glasses. He just wear glasses because he that fly. But
You don't need
big up to
glasses,
Chaz.
obviously.
And Chaz came up to me and said, yo, and he had a Panasonic radio. It was $50 at the time.
That was the black shit she put on the gate.
And Chaz, in front of Section 2, right across the street from Stop 1, Left Rack City shit, because I'm a Left Rack nigga till I die. Jesus.
Come on, bro.
Relax. So hold on, let me finish. So Chaz put this shit in front of the joint and said, yo, Chaz said, you think these niggas is dissing us? But Chaz, this was the dust hat. Right.
Super dust head, right?
Always a cat. It's always a
Has to be a dust head. Has to be a dust head.
We listening.
Why do you think I'm trying to be funny? I'm dead serious.
No.
Chaz, this is my nigga. Chaz from Section 2, but this is my nigga. So Chaz used to talk to me and just walk on the street.
Wait. How'd you do it, bro?
Come out there.
So I said, talk.
It would belong. Oh shit.
I ain't
You
mixed
fucked your own self up.
I need one of those in my crib.
So I said, talk to Chaz.
Here, I'll give it to you.
And Chaz used to say to me,
Have it.
Yo.
Word.
I'm listening.
Yo,
Come on.
Let him go.
I'm listening.
So Chaz used to say to me, God damn it, whoever these people are, they gotta go. Alright. So now this time, Chaz says, yo, did you hear the new Dog Pound record? Yeah. Chaz has never spoke to me about music before in his life. He always talked to me about other shit. He talked to me about seesaws.
Seesaws, yo.
You know, I should take mescaline.
That's your friend. That's your friend.
Relax. I used to take shit like that. Yo.
Hey,
relax.
I'm looking. I got you.
Stay over here.
My fault.
So.
Got you.
Oh, I forgot. It's Evil Dee.
Yo, I'm done.
I'm about to treat you different.
It's from Japan, bro.
But listen. So I did that. And then I started to realize, I said, oh shit. When Chaz came back, because Chaz was crazy. So Chaz ran across the street and he came back and he said, I think them niggas is killing us. This is before the video, none of that. It's just the record. So I was like, oh shit. But now, mind you, Stretch Armstrong texts all of us. It's not a text, it is a two-way, correct?
There you go.
Two-way page.
Nah, it was
So
a
we
readout.
all, mind you, I had just I had just did what I did in Queensbridge.
That's when I had.
I don't want to claim it. So whatever I did in Queensbridge, I didn't want to go back to Queensbridge. So I went back because they told me to come. So I went back. Then we went to Stretch Armstrong. So we're standing.
We got the Bobby doing Stretch though, man.
So we're standing there for 2 hours.
We all went through that. You know?
We don't know what to do. So I say, yo, pull up the Dog Pound album. And they say, why? And I say, because my nigga Chaz from Section 2, the Panama Building, 9722.
The Panama Building.
Panama Building. He had played me. He played me this record, and I couldn't distinguish if it's a diss or not. But when we heard it,
you went in.
Everybody, relax. Who's that? Rob, relax. So they said to me, "Are you sure it's a diss?" And I couldn't distinguish if it's a diss. Capone didn't distinguish a diss. Prodigy couldn't distinguish a diss. Havoc couldn't distinguish a diss. Tragedy couldn't distinguish. It's 5 of us.
Right.
The only person that went in
was Prodigy.
He said JFK on our way to LA.
He is though. That's how P's.
And he took his verse off. Soon as the niggas kicked over the buildings, and he thought it was gonna be. Remember, them niggas, hold on, them niggas broke shots in Brooklyn. Y'all shot at them.
Yeah, right.
Y'all shot at them. Y'all shot at them.
You guys are bad guys.
Them niggas left Queens and tried to go to Brooklyn and shoot. Them niggas from Brooklyn was like, bow, bow, bow.
Bad guys.
Hold on, let me finish. I'm gonna pass it off to you.
Word is bump.
So, might have been, you know.
Word is bump.
I'm gonna leave my house next morning.
So, when Prodigy says, or anybody says, we sent them niggas verses and we didn't want to do business with them, and any person, they're liars.
They're liars.
Because
liars.
No, it's true.
No,
I'm not saying it because my brother's here. I'm saying it because my brother's here.
But I'm quitting this great guy right here. My great brother.
But I got you. Relax.
Come on, there.
But he says, people said something that said equivalent to, we sent them their verses.
Hell no.
That is a lie.
Hell no.
First off, we wanted to kill him when he took the Pac verse off. But all of us fell back because the only person Pac ever dissed was him. This is our brother. We don't care. We never did that.
That whole shit was manipulated.
Yeah.
Which part?
I like you, Joe, because you definitely don't make sense, but I got you.
Yeah, like which part? Yeah, which part are you talking about was manipulated?
The whole track.
Look.
The whole track was manipulated.
LA.
Yeah.
The best bottle.
We didn't get what was supposed to happen.
Nah, see, but you gotta realize.
No. In actuality, we got the original.
Nah, but listen.
Nah, the way he explained it.
Nah, but EFN, you gotta realize.
Streets got the original.
Regardless to what, it's 2 versions out there.
We got the original.
I got both.
So you got the original.
I got the white label LA.
It's 3.
I FaceTime N.O.R.E about this. We were in the studio arguing about this. Yo, I FaceTimed N.O.R.E last week about it. And he looked at the screen and just turned around and I didn't hear from him again. But anyway, listen, there's one with the Dog Pound beat.
Which is the one
that's
the
the
white
original.
label.
And there's one where y'all remade the Dog Pound beat because you couldn't clear it.
I got that right.
And then there's the Molly Mall one with the
separate. The second one is separate. I got the dog.
The second one.
I'm not talking about 3 versions of the beat.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The verses.
No, but
there's only one with the Prodigy.
Here's the reason why I bring it up. Here's the reason why I bring it up. One, because
when the video came out to play.
One, because Prodigy was the only one who took his verse off, and guess what? It was
That's
the only
respectful
one.
though, right? Because he
No, it's not respectful. Because it was the only one that Pac went at. If you think about it, Pac never said.
But he the one that was shooting. He was the one that was shooting back.
Google where Pac said. Close that door. Google where Pac said fuck Capone or N.O.R.E.
Never.
Hey Google.
Never.
It doesn't exist.
And the thing about it, even if he wanted to say us, he said fuck Mobb Deep and them other niggas.
I think
You got to
so.
take a piss?
We could have been other niggas, but so what? You didn't say our name.
Let's talk about.
But we was out on this.
I'm gonna say this and I'm out. I'm not out. I'm gonna chill right here. But yo, Vibe magazine did that whole shit, bro. It was like East Coast, West Coast shit.
Vibe. See,
They created that East Coast, West Coast.
see what I'm saying?
That would never happen.
There was no East Coast, West Coast.
That would never happen.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
That was press.
That was the fall of Vibe magazine.
Yeah.
No, they
As a
sold more
print.
than ever though.
Listen.
But it was the fall
But
of
that was
fucking
the
hip
fall-
hop.
And they killed people.
That was the fall of Vibe magazine as a print because you gotta realize, right? When you that right there,
I don't think so.
That shit brought federal investigations. That shit brought indictments. That shit brought.
That's what you call. That's what you call open up a can of whoop ass.
That's the vulture cultures, though.
That's culture vultures.
People died over that dumb shit.
Culture vultures.
People died over that dumb shit.
Vibe magazine never been the same
He
after that.
has a newborn son. He has
You
to
take
get
a
home
piss
to.
and then he's gone?
Dru Ha.
Pretty much. He gonna go beat
Dru Ha.
him.
Dru Ha.
You leave?
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, sit back there.
I leave too.
He been drinking Tiger Bone. He's sweating. He's uncomfortable.
First time.
Drew was drinking Tiger.
Yeah, Drew was drinking Tiger Bone.
But come on,
It's a
come sit
bunch of
down.
morenos in here. He's uncomfortable. He's
Tiger Bone's like mushrooms. If you have a good like
There's a
atmosphere,
bunch of black men in
everybody's
here. He's
beefing about some other
uncomfortable. He's
shit.
been drinking Tiger Bone.
Let him sit right there. Come on, sit right here, Dru Ha. You know how skinny you are. You and Static can stay right here.
Oh shit! You cannot make him share a seat with Static. You better not share a seat with Static.
Hold on.
Chichis, get the yayo.
Static, you better not share a seat with him. What the fuck is going on here? This shit ain't happening.
Yo, but listen.
No, hold up.
We gotta go back to what we was
No,
talking
hold up.
about.
One second.
It's already too much feminism.
No, we're going back to Drink Champs. We're Drink Champs right
But
now.
listen, you're C&E.
Holy fuck, boys.
Relax.
No, he's about to fly a plane into the Twin Towers.
It's his birthday. He really can do whatever.
My brother.
Tell me relax.
You know what I'm saying?
No, please relax.
Nah, he get to
I'm
turn
telling
up
you right now. Please
right
relax.
now.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Go. No, look at his face.
Speak on
Guy,
it,
come down.
come on, man.
I give you that E. I give you that E.
My brothers.
He said I'm in New York. I'm in Times Square.
I'm not a New Yorker, so let me
What I
live.
do?
Let me live,
I
my
met you
mother.
in Times Square. We all we got.
You're my mother.
Hey,
Yo.
I know.
Y'all one of the last dudes that hung out with Pac.
Yes.
Tell us that, like
Still recording as a regular.
we're recording, brother. It's a podcast. What the fuck you thought we were doing? You thought I was holding the microphone for my when you asked my life? You thought the microphone was my baby? Damn, dog. Damn, dog.
That hasn't been a question asked in a long time. So it's back to it.
Are y'all gonna be able to conduct the interview?
I am conducting the interview right now.
There you go.
My brother.
Yo, I wish we had stuff like this back when I was on high.
Listen to me, everybody. Stop. Stop.
If you ever been a Static Selector,
Hold on. Let EFN finish.
Stop.
it looks pretty much like this.
You gonna
You
stop
wanna
screaming at niggas like that too?
No, I'm a Cuban motherfucker. And I love you, dog. But I'm Cuban, B.
Yo, we
He's Cuban, B.
Shut the fuck up, Capone.
Let him go.
He's Cuban, B. What Ruck used to say? Oh, he's Cuban, B.
Yo, Sean P was on my album.
brother, this is my brother.
Rest in peace.
Listen, you gotta trust in EFN.
Thank you, brother.
If you don't trust in God, trust in EFN.
No, guy, what the fuck? You think that's it? It's done? It's rap?
All right, you mumble and rap.
I'm mumble rap.
You talking about Sean Price?
No, we talking about Pac.
Pac.
Pac was on your album?
Yes, Pac was on my album. Thank you, Capone.
No, you wasn't.
Talk about Pac.
Motherfucking jump off joints. Listen. Nah, real talk. No, stop.
It's my birthday. I can fuck with you.
You birthday boy.
I can
Yes,
fuck
sir.
with you. I can fuck with you.
Real talk. Y'all were one of the last people to fuck with Pac.
You.
Yo, can y'all stop, man?
You and me, you about to get
Hey, you too. I'ma fuck with you.
Who you with?
Hey,
Who you
Buddy
with?
Rowe. Bum,
Buddy Rowe.
Relax.
He call him Buddy Rowe.
Who you with?
Crazy.
You're not with Thug Downstairs.
Oh yeah, Chichi, get.
Who invited you?
Oh my God, I'm motherfucking.
He with me. He with me.
I'm just asking.
He with me.
All right, there you go. That's all you
Why
gotta
do
say.
you have to do that?
That's all you gotta say. Relax.
Thank you, son.
Relax, my brother. That's all you had to say.
We have to.
See this shit sitting around.
I'm just looking.
I'm with best
Damn, this is my liquors.
I ain't worried about it.
That's why you definitely want to get your job. I just want to see you out of here.
As you were, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Can we get to that?
Hey, yo, man, that hair doesn't help me, man.
Really, but you can't.
I know.
Don't worry about it the whole day, yo.
Relax.
What
You still
line?
gotta relax.
I know. Can you please respect us?
Now you want me to respect?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want your respect.
All right, let's go.
Absolutely.
For real.
We talking about Pac right now. Pac and y'all.
Let's do it.
All right, what's
Talking
up?
about the relationship with Pac and y'all.
Seafood. Musical genius.
Because
That was way
y'all
more than
received.
that.
For me, I don't.
I'm not speaking.
When it comes to
But y'all received a
interviews,
lot of slack.
when it comes to interviews, for me,
No,
I don't talk
Tech.
a
You don't have to-
lot.
Tech,
Yeah.
because y'all received a lot of slack
about Pac
at one
or
point.
Big.
Tech, let me just say this. Y'all received a lot of slack at one point. When Pac said, fuck everybody. Pac,
Holy shish kebab.
Can you please be quiet?
Yo,
So-
like this.
Call me in an hour.
What's he doing over there?
Who?
Got a phone. Call
Booty
me in an
call.
hour.
What are they asking for?
Booty Tang.
Yeah, call me in an hour.
Yeah, call you in 2 hours, bro. What the fuck? He said call me in an hour.
But what he say?
So y'all, hold on. You guys received a lot of slack. Once Pac shitted
See,
on the
what-
East
what
Coast.
happened?
Let me describe the situation. Pac shitted on the East Coast. Pac did it, and the only people he claimed was you guys. He was like, Smif-n-Wessun, my niggas.
They must have been down.
Then y'all did
down
it
the
right.
motherfucker. Y'all was
Nah,
down the
but
motherfucker.
you know what happened?
Explain
what
that for
happened,
the people that didn't know.
What happened was, I don't know if they caught what we was just talking about in the midst of the raucous, but
Let's
the
explain that.
magazine and everything, what happened. Because when we first got, like, you got Smif-n-Wessun, we was not discrediting Black Moon or E or Buck. Smif-n-Wessun, we was all street niggas. We was all street niggas. Like, I'm coming from the style, like, I bring my motorbike up to this one we was Killer Ben, Fort Greene niggas this one I was in Fort Greene with Rest in Peace Juju when niggas was
Smif-n-Wessun
losing
changed this whole
rollies in the
boot camp
tunnel.
dynamics.
This is, I was
what he's
probably
trying
the
to-
youngest
that's what he's
niggas that
trying to
was
say in a
all
nice
of
way.
it. Yeah, I'm just saying
You know what
it.
I'm saying?
I was the youngest
We went
niggas
from who
hanging
got
out.
the props to who got the Glocks. When we came on, it was
Let's talk
guns
about
out.
it, baby.
It was
Yeah.
guns out, bro.
I'm
It was
letting you get it. Let's
I
go.
drove.
We
Keep
had
going. Give me hype, you know what I'm
We
saying?
had
Keep
on
going, baby.
G's. We
Keep
had
going,
on
man.
G's.
Trying to talk nice. He trying
For
to
me-
go.
Keep talking nice.
Listen,
man.
no.
Let's go.
For me, coming from the style, I live in a brownstone. Own my brownstone. My family has generations in a brownstone. So coming from the style to the Ville, going to the projects, you always got to be gripped up. I'm coming from a tree line block. If I'm on a motorbike or a pedal bike, I'm coming up the hill to see my brother.
Big up to Chi-Town, Chicago.
I'm coming to see my
Chirac.
brother. We got Killer Ben in this project.
Chirac know what he talking
we got
about
50
right now.
over here. We coming and I'm coming and we like, son, what's happening? So when I get to the Ville, it's like a change of weather coming because I'm leaving the style. I'm trying to get from my hood to experience something different. So when I leave the style and get to the Ville, it's like, oh, son, your man over here, it's
we got
going crazy. It's about to go crazy.
We got everything. We got this building, that. But it's only we got 4 buildings in Cephalon projects. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got niggas in all the buildings. But when he come through as a Bed-Stuy cat, they ain't never seen a Bed-Stuy cat.
He got love.
He got wild love. He coming through in the dirt bikes with no helmet on. The shit got the engine ripped off and everything. He coming through like, they're like, that's your man? I'm like, yeah. How you know, son?
And we
Don't
like,
even
yeah.
trip. He from up the hill.
We like,
You know
yeah,
what
from
I mean?
downhill, up the hill, you know, but
So when MOP talk about up the hill, down the hill, that's the same hill?
no. Because
That's a
MOP
different
is
hill.
from the Ville. So they talking about up the hill
Still
in
in
the Ville.
Brownsville.
and downhill in the Ville. When I say down the hill, I'm talking about cross Atlantic into the style like Brevoy with Fab come
give us
from.
the Pac.
And
We talking about Pac right now. Y'all give us all that, but give us the Pac side of this.
The Pac side.
Tupac. We brought up. That's when we started this.
It said the Pac side. I'm like,
we started Tupac.
With a lot of people.
No.
On some real shit.
What happened with
a lot of people? Pardon me, Kanye West. With a lot of people, they leave out in this Tupac amalgamation is the Outlaws. Like Outlaws is from Jersey. A lot of them is from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And
all of them from Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we say that all of them is from Jersey, and we right
that
there.
we know of. Yeah.
And if you a New York nigga, if you ever been to Newark, if you ever been to Trenton,
right.
You ever stepped in them dirty swamps, you already know what it is. You already know how they give it
Jersey,
up.
Man.
So where we, you know what I mean? Like dudes get money out there, and you know you got family members out there. So I think they spawned the whole thing, and then you know when Tech put that real kite out to dudes, you know,
like
he put
that
the
kite
real.
was so real. Like I don't think motherfuckers understand what we talk about when we say that kite. When Pac got that letter.
So it came from them.
I don't know where's the mic.
Nah, here, bro.
I don't think, cause I think I'm the one that brought that kite up. Like I'm the one that recognized like.
Flip it.
Which way, Slime?
Yeah. See the logo. Yeah.
Oh, I see the logo. Nigga, drink Champs logo. But listen, like that kite was so real, like, and it was like not too many motherfuckers sent kites to Pac and got responses back from Pac, and for y'all to be one of the few people who had correspondence with Pac in the pen, like that shit. What I want to know is when he came out and he was on his like straight like fuck Bad Boy, fuck this nigga, fuck that nigga shit.
Maybe he wasn't on that. You gotta ask him that.
You ain't give me a chance. Come out there.
You said
relax.
he came out.
Relax.
When he came out.
Relax. When he came out, did he ever say, y'all my brothers, y'all exempt?
Nah.
So when it was fuck Bad Boy,
he said fuck Bad Boy and did a record with them at the same time.
Nah. We didn't have that conversation.
We never.
We didn't have that conversation.
Listen,
Let me explain what I just said.
No, let me explain.
Right, you just told.
I can't get between CNN right now.
No. This is what CNN.
The War Report.
Is CNN.
Absolutely.
But let me talk now.
Put the out in your face.
Let me talk now. At the same time when he said fuck New York, he actually had a record with Smif-n-Wessun. This is real.
That's because it wasn't just a record that he was trying to do with Smif-n-Wessun.
Actually, when he said fuck New York, he had a record.
It was an album that was in progress that we was working on.
That's what I'm saying.
It was a One Nation project.
One Nation, right?
It was a One Nation project. It wasn't just that. It was Buck. It was Greg Knight. It was been working on that record.
Wait.
My question was
before he got shot.
All that fuck New York came before.
Fuck New York
Once we
wasn't.
got there,
Pac was never
none of that
screaming
shit.
fuck New York.
Once we got there,
because we was in the mansion in the crib. We was in the crib at the height when it was supposed to be the East Coast West Coast battle. Like niggas would come up from Death Row and drop literally paper bag money on the table and be like, yo, Sunset, meet him here. We get to the airport and Pac would be like, yo, we ain't all on the same plane? Rip the tickets up, get the fuck out of here. Diddy bop right out the airport. We ain't going. So it was never a time where he felt like he was bigger than us or he was more than us, where he would leave us behind. Wow. Because we would pull up into a gas station in LA and everybody be strapped and they would just be like, yo, what the fuck? What's happening? Why you pulling? That nigga could be in a coma sleep just coming off the set of 2 movies. Soon as the van stopped, he waking up. Yo, what's happening? Where we at? He's like, oh, we just coming to get gas. And they could do a quick 360, bang, bang, bang. All right, yo, you know what? Let's go. We can't stop here. But nobody understand why this nigga mentality is like that. But if you've been hit up 5, 6, 7, 8 times and you automatically stop it and a nigga just say, we just
Yeah, we
whatever,
getting
you know what I mean? We getting gas.
Like, we don't get fucking
Yeah,
gas.
we ain't never stopped
You're
here
supposed
to get gas.
before you got me.
Yeah, why all of a sudden we stopping to get gas?
You're supposed to get gas before you got my
So
ass.
the mentality be different, but it was never when we was with Pop. It was never a fuck New York, fuck Big, fuck the East Coast. It was never none of that.
But
it was
during that
never
time,
none of that.
but during the time, there was
Turn the mic. Hit him up.
there was before I Hit 'Em Up, there was actually a record where it was like
No, it was
Method
probably was
Man,
Hit 'Em Up. No,
Red-
you talking about Who Shot You?
No,
No,
prior
that's
to that.
that's
No, he's
that's
talking about the one
LL
that
who
was
shot
for
you.
me.
No, yeah, that's prior to that, and it was a record. It was you guys. What I think you was on it.
Nah, now Cypher.
Couldn't have been emphatically Bill Withers.
Yeah, nah. That's
Because
not-
before that, we haven't even recorded with Pop.
Right, but
We only got
it was
down
Red
there
Man
and
and
started-
Method Man. That record.
What record you talking about?
All Eyes on Me.
That's all eyes on
Somebody
me.
got my mind made up.
Yeah.
Mine made up.
Yeah, we wasn't on that.
Nah,
We
I
wasn't
wish I
on
was
that.
The
that
rumor
joint.
was that was y'all record.
record.
Nah.
The fucking
Now Cypher.
crazy was the rumor is I was on Hail Mary. That was me supposed to been doing the chorus on Hail Mary. Chill out. Yeah, it would have been. Because that was the room we was here. Because music is so broad and the rumors make a lot of the music and a lot of the artists. Like I remember when we first dropped, not to say it was a bunch of funny different people. Niggas been getting robbed in the industry.
That's right.
But we ain't know about it because we wasn't in the industry. But when we got in the industry, yeah, we was robbing niggas. But when we got in the industry and was able to go back, right? When you was able to go back to the hood and tell niggas how soft other niggas was, and they was getting robbed, it was different.
Word.
So when niggas was doing them type of records, you was like, nah, that's not. It wasn't understandable to the people outside, but we understood because we was the people that was making the records and bringing it back.
Tiger Bone Night.
Yo, can I ask y'all a question? Alright, when the whole Haitian Jack,
Absolutely.
when the whole Haitian Jack and all that shit was going on, did y'all ever get caught up in the mix in any of that?
We never got caught up in none of that. We never got caught up in none of that.
That was like real for Brooklyn. Like,
yeah, because
like that was real for Brooklyn.
we are Brooklyn niggas.
Yeah, that's why
I'm not gonna say the names that was there, but we those were niggas that was over us. We came up in gang life, Decepticons.
Yeah.
We came up in
Hail
niggas.
Megatron.
I was there for
We came up in niggas getting
Word
popped
up.
in the stomach or popping niggas at 59th Street
Flavor
train
Flav,
station.
baby.
You see a nigga on the steps with a 357 hole in his stomach,
That's right.
heaving hard like a nigga can't breathe, and when a nigga say, "Yo, your waves ain't better than mine," I gotta punch a nigga in his mouth just to prove to him, "Yo, I'm not a pretty nigga." Nigga, like my son was I wasn't the rapper. He was the rapper.
Yeah.
Anything that he did, I was riding with him.
That's what's up.
Nigga, you can't touch him. You can't do nothing to him.
He was
Even
also
if
he was
got a
also
partner.
he was also like a stunt guy.
What the fuck is that?
You know, that do shit that nobody else would do.
Listen,
like
my body matrix was built different.
No. Fact though.
My body matrix was built different.
It's like big different shit.
Like for me, I would hop out of rolling cars and be rolling and be like, and catch up to the car and be like this. Yo, stop.
He was already Joe, little brother.
You know what I mean? I would jump. We in the tunnel going to Jersey. I would hop. Oh, you don't think all right? We hop. I'll just. Nah, we. I would hop out the car and roll over.
He would jump out the window with his shotgun and go like, "Yo,
I used to have a shotgun tied
It's not a movie,
to a
son.
string,
This is not a video
a shoe
game.
string
This is-
around my neck. Sort of shoddy. Coming through the PJ.
And
For me,
big up the big old
for
pimp
me,
cook.
I was a CeeLo head. I was a dice game head. I was.
Look, what's your...
please talk to the mic,
For me, right? In our era, because we all grew up in the tunnel.
Dig it.
Oh, you know the tunnel. We would be in the
What's your
tunnel.
wildest tunnel experience?
I would come through in the tunnel. My wildest experience in the tunnel. I had so many. I had so many. Let me just tell you what the Brooklyn rundown for the tunnel was.
He disrespected us.
Coming from Brooklyn to go to the tunnel every Sunday night. First of all, if you didn't leave with a bitch to fuck Sunday night, something was wrong with you.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So from Brooklyn, this is what we would do. Boom. Wake up, hit the gym, work out, boom, get a swole on. Boom. Swole. Boom. For the gym, we go to the barbershop. Line is fresh, crisp. Boom. From the barbershop, we shooting uptown. 145th. Where I would see, we would see Luca Brasi selling t-shirts. A nigga either buy an A Solo, Vasco's, some Timbs, or some Iceberg. Go right into Iceberg, see my nigga, yo, what's up, son? Oh, son, we got the new Snoopy. Nah, I don't want the Snoopy today. Yeah, I don't want the Snoopy today, son. Oh, we got this. Boom. All right, match me up. We go, I get the outfit from 145th.
Yeah.
By the time we ain't even get nothing to chop up or do nothing. As soon as we come out the store from 145th, police pulling us over. Whoop, whoop.
That's in the bottle right there.
This body bag.
Was popping.
As soon as we come out of 145th, police pulling us over. Woo, woo, what y'all got? Oh, we ain't even got nothing. We ain't even got nothing. We can't even get clothes.
Yeah.
We can't even get clothes. When the dime bags of haze was like
that, yeah.
So I'm buying 10 dime bags of haze. This is when I was smoking. I'm buying 10 dime bags of haze.
Get money in Brooklyn.
Then we go into the other store in the corner of 145th. Buy another outfit from there, take it back to Brooklyn, start a CeeLo game, win by 1,500, park on the corner of Myrtle and Clinton, and then now we going on 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Get a bottle of Henny, some bottles of Henny, boom, boom, boom. Niggas is coming out the hood now. Yo, what's up, what's up? You know what time the sun is, go to tunnel.
Yeah.
Now we rolling out 4 or 5 cars deep to the tunnel. Bing, we get to the tunnel. Soon as we pull up on the cobble block, it's a line around the corner.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know what? Son, pull up around this way. It used to be a parking lot where you had to go up the hill into on the corner of that shit.
What you talking about?
The meat package.
I was driving the SC400 to put the Pearl White up in there, come back down. So how many of you with? It's only about 15, 10 of us, 10, 15.
That's what Jessica was running.
Yeah, 10, 15 of us. The big
We gave her hell.
Even son that do the, you know my nigga, what's son that do the dog training now? The Cane Corsos.
Oh, the big dude that was driving. Alpha.
Word.
Nigga.
Be out there.
Remember
He be out there with the dogs. He be out there with the dogs. Tech, who you with? How many you with? I'm like, bang. It's 10 of us, 15 of us. Boom. Now, my first best shit of the tunnel.
Alpha knew that kung fu shit.
I remember.
He's the kung fu.
He was the kung fu nigga.
I remember one day one night we was in the tunnel. Who the fuck was performing? I want to say Onyx. Onyx was performing. But Ja Rule was walking on the bar.
He was a little nigga
that was on the floor.
Yeah.
On the floor. You know how the bar was set up in the tunnel. Ja was walking on the bar with no shirt on, like. And niggas is like, yo, who the fuck? Nah, but this is real. This was Tunnel Days.
Yeah, this was Tunnel Days.
And then we looking at Belly, we like, damn, we run up into the bathroom, bing, bing, bang.
Man, women got assaulted in the tunnel, though.
Niggas. But it was different.
Some little niggas Some little niggas was born.
It was different. And it would never be another spot like the tunnel. I don't give a fuck what city is in. It would never be another spot like the tunnel.
Salute my baby moms for beating that bitch up in the.
And salute R.I.P. Cat. I remember Cat used to get it popping before Flex used to come to the.
Right now, your mom's had you because she got blazed up.
Front of tunnel.
Let me tell you something.
Don't be
about
mad
the tunnel.
at us.
About the tunnel, and I'm gonna say this live on air. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
But this was like the prime time of the tunnel. And I had just, it was the Source Awards in Cali. And this is the social wars where everybody got robbed.
And it's when Suge did that, if you ain't used to niggas dancing
Nah, that was New York. That was New York.
It was after that.
That was New York when Suge did
That was in New York when
That was in New York.
Oh, you said Cali.
Way after that.
This is Cali. This is when I first came
It got
home.
worse.
Okay. Worse.
Yeah, this is when I first came home. They had Busta Rhymes on the floor. This is
I was out in LA when that happened.
This is real.
On the floor.
Speak on
Hell
that.
yeah, the
Speak
middle
on
of
it,
the
dog.
street.
N.O.R.E, you
Have
about
a
to speak on that,
split
right?
So,
Please.
I saw
This
it.
is real.
I saw exactly everything you guys said. And then moving on from there. When we moved on from there, I never seen nothing. All I saw was we were trying to have fun. But those days, that's pretty much it.
You put
Let's give it up for the drunk nigga N.O.R.E. because we just said
I'm trying to clean.
I was saying like, okay.
I was waiting. I ain't want to say it. I'm trying to clean.
I know you about to say some else shit.
I was like, here, like, okay.
I'm trying to clean.
I was waiting. I was like,
I got the whole floor on that.
hold on.
But